What it do? What it do? What it do? Unmute y'all mics, fellas. Unmute y'all mics. What it do? What it do? What it do? Shelly, y'all already know what it is, man. Crucial Conflict. We back with another one. I don't even really want to waste no time with the introduction and all that. I just want to get straight to it. We gonna have on some of the band directors. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna have on some of the band directors from the opposing side. You know, some of the guys that go up against some of the Mecca of Bands. We have some of them on today. We always hear from our side, so why not hear from the other side? Nola versus everybody. Y'all, let's get it popping. Without further ado, we're gonna bring on our first couple guests of the day. What's up, brother Mark?
Hey,
Chilling. What's up, y'all?
Hey. What up?
What's up, King?
Oh, I got company.
Oh man, she is gorgeous, man. You're blessed, brother.
Man. Let that baby on the show.
Two companies.
Black Fathers of America.
I got one 3 years old. I got one 2 years old. And I got one that's 4 months old. Man, I'm getting the work in.
Boy, you busy,
absolutely,
boy. I thought
man.
I was busy, boy. You busy.
Hey, I thought I was back. Hey, you working?
But look, so what we normally do, brother Mark, you familiar with this? You know, New Orleans people, we big on the band facts, man. So we gotta go ahead and get these people your band facts.
Like my car facts,
your car facts. I need band
you know
facts.
What I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. First of all, man, look, I'm born and raised. I gotta Port Arthur, Texas. You know, all day. You know, I played saxophone. You know what I'm saying, from 4th through 12th grade, right? And I picked up the French horn in 10th grade, man. And I liked it, man. I like being heard. So, I went to Texas Southern on a scholarship for French horn, man. I crabbed 06. You know, that year. I was
that infamous year.
Don't start.
You know, AT&T. You know what I'm saying? I was section leader, assistant section leader 2007. You know, I was section leader 2008. Barrel. You know what I'm saying? He was pretty good, man. He was pretty good. But then I was student director in 2009, spring 2009. Fall 2009. I graduated 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Number 3 in the class of the whole school. You feel me?
Damn, that's what's up.
That's
big shit, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Big shit,
yeah, that's what's up, dog.
We waiting on brother Brock to come join. So
man,
while we waiting on him,
he didn't get the link. So I'm trying to send it.
I sent it to him twice. I don't know what's going on.
I'm about to send it to him right now. So if you ain't get it by now, I don't know.
I sent it to him like 3 times. Yeah, I sent it to him. He got it. I saw him look at it at least. So he should have.
Hey, if you pay attention,
there we go, man. We got it. There you go. We got him on here.
What up with it, bro?
What
how
up,
y'all
man?
doing?
What's that, bro? What's that? You know how it go. Brock, go ahead and give us your band facts, Brock. And let us know what band y'all represent too. Don't forget that.
Well, I'm Terrance Brock. Everybody call me Brock. I went to Texas Southern University. I marched 2005 through 2010. And I'm at Carter, right? Dallas Carter in Dallas, Texas right now.
Carter, that's what's up. I'm in Dallas, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, I forgot to mention I am the best band director in the world from the Beaumont, Texas, Beaumont United High School. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. One of my crab brothers over there helping out.
Who's there?
Byron.
Oh man.
Yeah, he moved down to Donaldsonville.
Donaldsonville now. Watch out, man. Byron knows some stuff now.
Hey, one thing about Byron, he real dedicated to whatever he's trying to get accomplished.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shout out CV.
So y'all fellas, y'all go ahead, man. Y'all got anything y'all want to ask the fellas? Let's dive into it. Y'all know why we here.
My first question is, since we're on the New Orleans show, do y'all feel comfortable coming to New Orleans?
Basically, you asking, do they feel like they belong?
Do y'all feel welcome when y'all come down to the Mecca?
Okay.
When you come to the Mecca,
so we're not talking about
no one is welcome to come when they come to New Orleans. So you can't say that. Do someone feel welcome? But it kind of seems like you asking are we scared to come down there? No,
That's
ain't nobody
exactly what I'm
scared.
asking. That is
No,
exactly what I'm
yeah,
asking.
you know, as they say,
And
I can
let me
read
tell you
between the
why.
lines.
Because there's other
I
bands that
wouldn't be
come without
scared.
invitation.
I'm not scared. Well, I went to Texas Southern, so I ain't scared to do nothing. That's one. Two, now I probably would be scared for pre-Katrina. Now I would be probably more so scared then.
Oh, what did you wait, sir?
So you saying
Hey,
I
Brock,
got
you
something
just
special
made
for you,
But I'm
sir.
not.
Brock, you just made Matt
But
so
I'm not
happy
saying.
just now.
But I'm not
Go-
saying that the new. But I'm not saying that the new era is nothing to be scared of. I'm not saying that either. I'm just
No,
saying.
you said
Are
what you
we
said,
scared?
brother.
No, yeah, but yeah,
Me
I
and
you
Brock
know,
was talking about this earlier. To make a
wait,
long
wait.
story short, because we ain't
Okay,
got
go ahead.
time. But me and Brock was talking about this earlier. Okay, pre-Katrina, high school bands all day, all day, all day. Post-Katrina, all-star band, but not both on either side. Not both on either side.
So what you're saying is pre-Katrina high school, y'all was scared to come battle high school.
I know.
Post-Katrina, y'all
I
scared to
never
come
said we were
battle.
scared. I never
Well, but if
said.
you said pre-Katrina, y'all would have been
I'm
scared.
not
I
gonna
said
But
lie to
now,
you
high
though.
school
all
was
star band, y'all would
good.
have been scared.
Now you gotta realize, I went to pull out the Memorial High School. We had 230 people in our band. We wasn't
Man,
scared of
that
none of
don't
y'all.
mean nothing.
Hey, check this out. We took care of, put it like this. As Trent Johnson is the band director, was the band director in Port Arthur Memorial, right? He was the band
Okay.
director at LLI. You know, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people, scared of them. We there's a reason why he wanted to come to Port Arthur. Put it like that.
Okay.
Well, let me say
Okay.
this. Wait, hey, hold on. Let me say something. First off, I appreciate that, brothers, because y'all saying some shit I've been saying for a hot minute.
Cut him. I don't want to hear this shit. Cut it,
Well,
Nah,
please
you
cut
know,
it.
I mean, well,
I really
listen.
don't.
No, we're not gonna be rude
Hey,
to them brothers.
it's
Them
a
brothers
reason they haven't
just
came
got on
down to
here and
New
spoke
I
Orleans
was
their
yet, bro.
truth.
talking about you because you loving this right now that they done said what they said. You just
No, well,
you
Matt,
and everybody else
Matt,
trying to
Matt,
make it.
now
No,
I'm
now,
offended.
hey,
but
Matt, I
check
really
this
don't
out. It's kind
care
of
what
weird.
they say because they still haven't stepped foot on New Orleans streets.
I wouldn't say that. They've been here. One of them stamped himself in New Orleans streets back in
Which one?
20,
You say y'all
2010,
haven't been
2011.
invited. There's a lot of bands that come here uninvited, so that ain't the problem.
Oh no. Trust me, if I'm anywhere, I'm invited and I'm paid for. Believe that.
Yes, sir. I know that. Them Texas school they pay for, but so you can make your way down here.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Check this out. My band don't have band fees, sir.
Yeah, right.
We anywhere we go, please believe it's free for my students, and we go
Okay.
wherever we want to go.
So when
We
you
have a
gonna come touch these
phenomenal
streets?
band parents. I'm not talking about from the district. We have a phenomenal band parents organization. So it's like it ain't nothing but a call away. Scared
That's the
is
difference
never. I'm from
between
Port Arthur.
Texas and
You
New
know what I'm
Orleans.
saying? I'm from Port Arthur. See Port Arthur. Y'all got what's that is Master P and them. But in the '90s, what I'm saying, who was hollering at who Master P was hollering at? UGK. So I just want to make that clear that I'm from Port Arthur. You see what I'm saying? Because we got the prices in Texas. Y'all come over here and then you know what I'm saying? I just want to let that
Man,
know.
I'm not about
Okay,
to.
well, let me say this though.
No damn
Let me say
Texas
this
people.
though.
Man,
See,
we're not
because
about to take that
we was
because that's
on, I
bullshit.
was on y'all side, but now this is going sideways quick.
It's crucial
Y'all.
conflict, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Hey,
let's get the conflict started then. I'm all for conflict. Listen, y'all might UGK definitely. Let me say this. This can't feel right because I'm a huge fan of UGK. But if we just talking hip hop, then y'all would be remiss to mention that organization in the same breath as Cash Money.
Oh yeah, oh
Um,
yeah, oh
we
yeah.
talking billions. We talking about over 1 billion records sold.
But I didn't
So
tell you the first. Bun B gave me the first album from him. You know what I'm saying? I bought my first album. My first album that I ever bought was 400 Degrees Juvenile. So I'm just saying, we got love. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
yeah.
Okay, so Mark,
Yeah.
I got a question for you, and I got a question for B.
Man, don't have kids.
What's your let little
Too
mama
late.
get up?
Too late.
Let her get her
Too
TV
late.
time.
You ain't
Too
talking to
Let her
late.
get
nobody on this show.
let her get her TV time.
Too
What's
late.
your
Well, I'm
experience
zero kids.
being
I'm
that
zero.
you've actually like been on the streets and have actually been at war with New Orleans bands? What has been your biggest experience coming down from Mardi Gras? And Brock, you've been stamping your music in the city of New Orleans, man, since fucking 2010. Like, how does that feel when you hear your music being played today? Even today, it's still being played.
Brian, go ahead.
Well, he asked you your question first, Mark. You can go first.
Okay. All right. So basically, y'all go play. Basically, okay. First of all, I wanted to come to New Orleans. Let me get that clear. I wasn't necessarily invited at first. What I did was say, man, look, New Orleans you want to go to the best. What kind of champion? You know, that's a championship ring. You know what I'm saying? What kind of champion don't want to fight the best? You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it was a lot of, you know, internet talk, you know, even since we started, you know, Houston versus New Orleans 2010 started with a argument at Gift House. You know what I'm saying? Talking about New Orleans is better, and we were like, man, forget that. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. I heard all the talking, so I say, man, look, this is my first program, my first year program, right? Beaumont United was the first year program. I say, man, we going. And if we not ready by the time, you know, whatever happened, but we going, right? So I started getting on the phone, calling everybody. And I got into contact with Mr. Sargent for the 2 parades, man, and my New Orleans people helped me with that, you know. But I wanted to come because, first of all, New Orleans is the best, you know, some of the best bands you gonna face outside of Texas, in my opinion. So going there, man, I was anxious, I was nervous, but I didn't realize that I picked the wrong parades because we really didn't have nobody to battle at the parades that we went to. The first year we didn't have too many people to battle. But I will say, the best sounding band in New Orleans. I'm gonna jump out the gate right now.
Right now.
The best sounding band. Now, repeat what I'm saying. The best sounding band. You know, John Eric, best sounding band in New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we battled them. Of course, we were a lot bigger than them. But man, if there's any band that I saw in New Orleans that I respected the most, it was them out of all of them because they just
Shout out
sound
my
so
CB,
good.
Kenneth
They
Collins.
just sound so good. So now we battled them. We battled a couple other people, but they were mostly small. People kind of down talked us for battling middle schools. But man, in New Orleans, if a middle school blow on you, you better blow back. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm sorry, it is what it is. You know? But we battled that. I guess I think Cedar Grove out of Atlanta or Georgia or somewhere. We battled them the first year. So the second year, I wanted to really, you know, stretch my wings. And my kids had told me we'd come in under that tunnel, that famous tunnel. You know what I'm saying? The bridge. You know what I'm saying? And my kids was like, man, who is this Mexican dude that keep talking to us? And I was like, man, what Mexican dude? He say he in the car band director. He said he want us. I'm like, man, hold on, bro. Like, how you just gonna approach my kids like that? So the second year, I really, really wanted to come. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna approach us like that? I didn't even never knew who he was, so I started researching the band. I was like, oh yeah, I need to see them. Unfortunately, we didn't see them this year. But we saw a lot of good bands. And my favorite band this year, Berg already know. I told him, y'all not gonna like this part. Y'all been liking me since the beginning, but you're not gonna like this part. My favorite band this year, the best band that I saw all weekend, a band I did not battle, but the best band I saw all weekend, Hunter's Lane, bro. They was just smashing everybody. Like,
Robin, get him off of here. Robin, get him off.
Hey, listen.
Right
you
now, get him off of here.
You gotta listen to the clips, bro. You gotta listen to the clips.
Man, get
Hunter's
this
Lane,
dude off.
The clips don't even do it justice. When you was in person, bro, I was like, first we had just got, you know, we engaged with Carver. Shout out to Carver, very good band. We engaged with a couple of bands. Now check this out.
Man, Johnny and them would have punished Hunter's Lane, man. Don't tell me so Hunter's Lane was the best band out there.
Who's Johnny? Who's Johnny? I don't know who Johnny is.
That's Averson band director.
No, bro, because Averson, no, bro, because Averson not as good as Carver, like for real. They not as good as I'm not saying they bad. Like I said, all bands in New Orleans are really good. But they know.
Let me stop you right there.
Let me stop
you right there, my friend.
Hey, listen. What's so crazy?
You always trying to talk about it. Let me talk.
This is my show. Remember who this show for? This is my show. So let me let
the conflict happen, Burger. Let it happen. Let them fight.
I'm messing with him. I'm messing with him. Hey, Johnny.
When I first got on here, I thought he went to full shade because he had them slugs at the bottom of his mouth. You know? Hey, what parades was you in?
I was at Morpheus on the Friday and on Tux on the Saturday because I got to give the good Lord praise on Sunday. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't do it. But that's the two.
Glory to God.
So we don't get to see all the bands. So I'm judging off of clips when I say that. When I say about and you know, clips depending on who recording it, I do understand it. You know, so for us, I saw Whitehaven, I saw Craigmont, I saw Carver, I saw Jeff Davis. Hey,
you battled Carver?
Oh yeah, we did battle Carver. And they won. You're never gonna hear me lie. What I will say, and I don't make excuses at all. But I will say that half my band, if you go to the clips and you see my band 2 weeks before, you'll see almost 100 people. When we went to New Orleans this year, we had like 40 something. All my band had a mysterious.
Wait, why is that when your band is paid for? You just were saying you got the money and everything. So
because
why you
I'm about to tell you if you let me keep talking.
Okay,
but
I just want to know.
Like I said, half of my band had a mysterious upper respiratory infection around that time. Matter of fact, we had 300 to 400 people out in the school at the time. So, but you know, no excuses. We not when I say we coming no matter what. We usually roll with about 12 trombones. We had 5. You know, but it is what it is. So
how many? What's the population at your school? I want to know that.
I'm a 6A high school. Well, we dropped down to 5A this year, but we got about 2,600.
You know, you realize it. I'm gonna say this. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of bands in the state of New Orleans, like my population, Douglas, we got 600 kids in the total school. Like Park got like about 1,200. If we had 2,500 students in the city of New Orleans.
Oh, that's a different place. That's because you are in New Orleans too, though.
I believe that with my whole heart because when they come out the womb, they're playing trombone and trumpet at the same time. But now my thing is the same problems y'all have, we have in Texas. You know what I'm saying? This is my second year at Beaumont.
Oh, thanks, so.
Stop. I'm gonna stop you started the show with saying that you had money and all your trips was free.
Wait, hold on.
You don't stop there.
Hey, would you like to have a contest to see who got it worse? If for everything you name, we gonna name something. You want to play that game? I bet we win.
That's a game that I wouldn't want to win. I'm gonna say that.
Man, y'all probably would win. Yeah, man, we would. I live in Louisville now, and the things I see at schools in the Dallas Metroplex is ridiculous.
Well, you know,
public schools ain't privy to that in our city, man.
This is true. This is true because I used to work in Dallas. But what I will say is Texas got 29 million people, bro. It's 900 miles across. So every place ain't Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you got the third largest city or third or fourth largest city, Houston, and Houston is not Dallas. Just being honest.
Yeah, I went to school in Houston after the storm, and just to tell you my experience from Texas and New Orleans, it's light years different, dog.
What school you went to?
I went to Yates, and I went to what's the name of this damn school? Is in the third wall. It was red.
Yeah, that's Yates.
That's Yates.
I went to Cashman.
I ain't go for long.
What I'll say is, I think I don't want to negate anybody else's struggle. To be real, you know what I'm saying. I think that everybody has their own struggle, you know, and we can enumerate all the different problems. But what we can agree on is that our bands are underserved in our state, right? In Texas, it's a big core style state. The military style got so tired of it. It's 66 bands, right, in military style in the whole state. They got so tired of it that they seceded. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair for everybody in Texas. Even our light-skinned brothers experience some issues. But I live in Southeast Texas, and I don't know if y'all watch CNN. I don't really watch news. But Black in America is the most racist place in the whole country every year. So please believe we ain't getting much more than y'all. But what we do have over y'all is facilities. We do have facilities over y'all, but money don't separate what we do as band directors in Texas, as far as hustling, as far as fundraising, as far as organizing. Separate that from what the school is actually doing, because football is king in Texas. Let me tell you, those stadiums wasn't made for bands. You feel what I'm saying? So football is king in Texas. So, and I'm not jealous, man. They get their hustle. I'm gonna get mine. The whole point is I've been broke for so long. I'm from Port Arthur. I've been broke for so long. You know, I was telling my wife, she's from DeSoto. She's from DeSoto. You know what I'm saying? I was telling her, man, I had maybe one pair of shoes a year growing up. You know what I'm saying? So I learned early on how to hustle. So please believe the reason why we got the money is not because the state of Texas is giving us the money. It's because we just got tired of being broke, bro.
Hey, real quick, it was Kirby was the school I went to. But hey, Brock, how you feel? How you feel about?
Brock, for them that don't know, I would love for you to explain to them your ties to New Orleans and how you've been putting work in the game. Because there's a lot of people that don't know, so you probably want to put them on game and let them know.
Well, I first started writing for New Orleans was McMain. I want to say 07. And I was writing either 06 or 07. And I was writing for McMain for like at least up until like 12 or 13. What's the name? Mr. Camooch?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just writing music for them. That was really like my way of really kind of getting through there was through him. And I got that position through what's that boy named Barrel? Because Barrel came like I think he came for a year at Texas Southern. So and he just reached out to me, and I would just write stuff, just send him different stuff, and then whatever he asked me for.
Barrel been putting in work.
Yeah, that man been putting in work. Tell him your number one, your most famous song that everybody damn played at one point in time.
And I don't even like the song, but you talking about talking in your sleep.
Talking in your sleep.
You wrote talking in your sleep?
That's his arrangement. Yeah.
Did you write those quarter notes for the tubas at the end, or you wrote it differently? Because they used to be trying to punish them mother.
Talking in your sleep.
Yeah.
He was 8 notes originally, bro.
I thought so, and I told my CV one that they was cheating, but they just wanted to be loud. I knew they was cheating.
There wasn't no eighth note. I mean, they wasn't no quarter note. They were eighth notes. And then I put like a part in there for them to breathe somewhere. I mean, you got to breathe somewhere.
But they played it like Texas Southern would play it with quarter notes. Oh, my bad.
Oh no, Texas Southern played 8 notes.
We didn't play it like that. He must be talking about.
I'm just playing with the dog. I'm just getting my.
Southern got to shoot shots to feel it, make themselves feel better. You know what I'm saying? For those losses in 06 and 08.
I don't have them.
So both of y'all went to Texas Southern?
Yeah. Matter of fact, Brian didn't tell you that we were student directors in the same year.
We were student directors the same year.
Okay.
Let me ask y'all this. I don't know if y'all gonna answer this, but do y'all think that Clarence Gibson arrangements are a little overrated?
You said, do we feel like that his arrangements are overrated?
Overrated, because my man, Mr. Durrell.
John, that's their boy. So they're not gonna answer.
I don't think. I mean,
no. Clarence Gibson.
What years are you saying? Like talking about in general, overall. No, I don't
Clarence
think he's
Gibson is the reason why a lot of people write the way they write. What you don't know is we're not gonna call names. We're not gonna call names, but there's a lot of people that sit on Clarence Gibson couch and learn how to write.
It's a lot.
There's a lot of people that lived in Houston and learned how to write.
We had a discussion. I just want to hear your opinion.
And that's not to spite nobody, because the people that I'm talking about are some of the arrangements, the ranges that I respect the most in the game, because they took what they learned from him and just took it to a whole.
Hey, I must say it like this: Gip got some good arrangements, but he got some terrible arrangements also. Like they just terrible.
And you can say that for anybody, man.
But to me, it's more terrible than good. To me,
that's not true.
I had this conversation from Texas Southern. Like, what the hell? But like, and I used to be like, man, if Hamo would have wrote that, they'd be pushing it
Hey, bro,
this
let's go off this
person-
subject. I just wanted
My
to ask
bad.
y'all that.
Go ahead. Keep it
Darrell,
moving.
wait, I gotta ask him one thing. No. What? Let me ask you a question. What? Brother Brock and brother Martin. Look, check this. Y'all don't have none of them arrangements that he have that y'all like. I just don't like that one that much. Like
Oh,
none
it's
of
a
them.
lot. It's I don't want to say it's a lot of stuff we didn't like.
No, say
It was some
it.
stuff. No, I'm not afraid to say thank you. I appreciate you.
No.
But
I'll say,
I'm going all by myself over here. I appreciate you though.
bro.
No, I
Don't
mean
lie,
it was
bro.
certain stuff that where I might have not liked my part, but I understood what my part played in the whole part of the arrangement. But it wasn't like,
hey,
I wasn't gonna sit here and be like,
I want to tell you the truth.
like you gotta say what era of Texas Southern that you speak of too, because I feel like a lot of that you speaking of the era after.
No. I could name. Well, since I mean, I say, man, like I like keeping it real. I could name times when I have, in y'all's era, I have saw student directors write stuff and been like,
man, look,
God, I wish they'd have gave him a few more. I wish they'd have gave him a few more of them things.
Listen,
man, Mark was one of those students that you speak of.
I wish them boys is gonna be something that I'm looking at right there. I wish they'd have let them do
musically. First of all, if your arrangement is fundamentally sound, there's no such thing as a bad arrangement. First of all, second of all, so all of Gibbs' arrangements are fundamentally sound. Now, your preference is another thing. Now, what I will say is, there was some arrangements that I didn't like playing. There's some arrangements that I didn't like hearing. But at the same time, there's more arrangements from y'all bands that I ain't never like hearing and never want to play than it ever came from Gibbs.
Well, listen, you're taking this personally. Since you want to say that, let me take another jab. Frankly, I think you're a better writer than him. What you want me to say? Brother Brock, listen. I think you're damn good. I think, and you know what? Since y'all won't come from my city, let me just all of it keep it a dot. No, what we talking about?
I appreciate you.
No, but since we rapping, let me just keep it a buck with you.
Yeah.
I feel like to a certain extent, y'all are full of shit. Let me tell you what my brothers did for me. No, be real. I told my brothers on the show when we had our production meeting for the show, I say send me some of their work because I want to review it. I don't want to just talk to nobody. I don't know y'all. So I'm like, man, I heard some of the stuff y'all wrote and was like, goodness, effing gracious, these dudes is monsters. You're not gonna tell me y'all write like that. And heard that shit, it was like, oh, that dude killing it.
First, I am the best. See that TBE on my name, that means the best ever. So, first of all, I am the best ever to do it. But second of all, so I agree with you. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. What teacher does not want their students to be better than them? You name me the teacher that don't want their student to be better. So if you say that my arrangements are better than his, then there is no Mark Wayne Martin II without a Clarence Gibson. How about that? You're not about to win this, bro.
Right.
Like,
and not only that, but we learned from other than just Prof Lee, and then Prof Gibbs, because Prof Lee was a fool at what he did.
Probably.
And Brock would tell you how many arrangements that we didn't pass out to the band, and Gil was like, "This."
We learned from both of them. Like it wasn't just.
We're not saying that Gibson wasn't a good band director. We're just saying that his arrangements was suspect.
When I hear a student arranger, well, you know what? Name me. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, and let me tell you why you don't want to do that. Because we actually gonna start naming them. Well, you make me start naming them though. Let's check this out. Let's check this out. Y'all really. When I hear a student direct a song, and I say, man, that song was better executed than when the head band director. Like, does the head band director not practice the students enough on his tunes? Like, that's the thing. You know what I mean? That part is regrettable.
He wasn't the head band director when we was there. He wasn't head. Prof Lee was head when we was there.
I was in that. You
so we had to do what Prof Lee told him to do on when he want him to move. So we wasn't never under we was never under a head band director Gibson. We never was under a head band
That
director.
ain't what Beaumont said when they took that L from Whitehaven.
Okay, now, okay, I knew this would come up. Okay. First of all, we did take an L. Like, let me get that clear. We did take an L. But if you check the clips, I was not impressed, sir, because first of all, you beat half a band. You want to? I don't say nothing, but you beat half a band. But now, check this out. And when you was across the street inside your truck, let's talk about the real. You watch the clip. Everybody go back to watch the clip. Why did they move over? Why did they move closer? Because that little band, that little 40-piece band, was more heard than that 80, 90-piece band, because the people across on my side, well, we can't hear y'all. So that's why you moved over, sir. Now, I never said you didn't sound good, but what I'm saying is you bragging on something that really ain't an accomplishment, because I'm going to tell you that band sucked. So you bragging on beating a band that was half sick, half dead. And second of all, bruh, I ain't never seen y'all in no field show competition. I ain't never seen none of that, bruh. Anybody can stand still and play. Bruh, I'm a superior rated band in my state. And I'm from Texas, man.
So
no,
what you're saying
bro,
is, so what you're saying is, y'all can come out here
on a good day, and just like the playoffs, anybody can win on a given day.
So what you're saying is, y'all can come down here and hang with the Landry Walkers, the
Okay, well, let me ask. Hold on. Let me ask them this. Let me ask them this. Do y'all feel like y'all? Do y'all feel like y'all formidable competition to the bands down here? Honestly.
Yeah, but no. But the truth is, first of all, if I didn't feel that way, what kind of band director would I be? First of all, so you can listen to me and you can tell me. I mean, you can say that we just
set it up. The man, set it up.
Let me say something, because this is gonna get.
Because this is gonna shows it's not y'all thing, bro. Y'all not really marching, bro.
This is gonna get lost in interpretation.
So y'all really don't want to like put out the memorial that Texas really got 15 grand championships over the state of Texas and Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? So really, we don't really like when I talk about complete band. What we're talking about is Mardi Gras band, and we can stick on that if y'all want to. When we talking about complete band, that's a whole different thing now.
Well, let me say this. Wait, Berger, let me say something. Go ahead, you hear what they saying now? You can add that. I don't want y'all to think I'm not gonna go screen clip that, because that's some shit they would have never told us before Katrina. Okay,
that's true. Because let me tell you, St. Augustine, when they came to Houston, listen to me. When they came to Houston in 2014, St. Augustine High School. You hear what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got bands like that, bro, no more. Listen to me. When they came to Houston in 2003, 2004 to the MLK Battle Bands in Houston, Texas, when I'm telling you that it was Port Arthur Memorial, Beaumont Central, St. Augustine, LLI, Smiley, all of them people.
All them throwback bands, yeah.
I'm talking about in 2003, 2004. All them people well over 200. All of them well over 200. Yeah. What you don't know is St. Augustine inspired Beaumont Central. Beaumont Central went on that tear to win all those Battle of Bands, but Carl Collins studied with St. Augustine director. You feel what I'm saying? Before he died. So what I'm telling you is back then it was, I won't say it's a fear because we were just as big as them. Matter of fact, it was years that Smiley had 450. You know what I'm saying? It was years that Willow Ridge had 300. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a fear, but it was definitely a respect. You hear what I'm saying? You had the bands like George Washington Carver, man. They made the thong song popular. You know what I'm saying? You had bands like, even like the smaller bands like Warren Easton, that, man, bro, you wasn't about to play with them sounding good. So don't get me on history. I am a band facts man, bro. So no, bro. I hate
No, that's not what. Look, my face blew up. Let me tell you something. These men way from Texas. Their faces blew. Bro, listen. The thing is, y'all saying all shit that I've been saying forever, man. Like them dudes.
Let's talk about the show, because I don't want to hear this whole ass shit.
Them brothers speaking the truth.
What band? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question. What band right now from New Orleans can come anywhere and win a field show competition?
Before you,
my old Kennedy bands could have, but
Hey, look,
Say
I'm talking about the
no
old
good.
fucking kindergarten.
Say
Yeah,
no
Canada.
If
good.
you,
Hey, my
Right now,
section
A lot of bands
we
good.
went
A
to
lot of
Canada.
bands good.
hey, look,
Right
let me
now.
tell you something like that. If you give New Orleans bands the same opportunity to work on field shows and actually be able to focus on it, man.
No,
Well,
man.
well,
That's a
nah,
whole
Let me
nother
ask you a
story.
question.
well,
Do you
That's
have a
a,
rule and
okay. Hey, I
That's
really
another
want to
story for
speak
another
on
day.
that right there,
Because
though.
that's one of the
It's
things that New
yes,
Orleans
there's
bands
a
don't have,
difference.
bro. Look, hey, look, that's one of the things that New Orleans bands don't have that Texas band have because the New Orleans
Okay,
band got to be
okay.
out of practice at a certain
But
time.
you only
You know,
speaking off
so
of really what you know about that. You really don't understand. Like Mark,
right.
they don't
Do y'all
understand about
have
nigga. You only got 8 hours a week to be
week
outside. Nigga, go
period?
over your
The
hours.
whole
It's
practice,
over for
the whole
you.
week.
So you
hey,
can't
That's
practice up
great.
until 9
do,
o'clock at
do
night
your
and 10 and 12.
your parents will
You
tell you
can't
can't
do
have
that.
practice today.
You
Your
said what
your
now?
principal tell you.
You
Yes.
And look,
Because
cannot
we are
do
in
that.
Texas, bro. It's
So,
built in the
let me
You
rules, bro.
can't,
You only
like,
got
I
8
hear
hours a
you,
week.
and it
Period.
sounds good,
me
but
say
you'll
this.
lose your damn job if you do that.
Hey, bro.
2
Hey,
hours a day.
this.
Well, it
You
look like
can't
we
play
going through
hours a
the
like
day.
same
they are.
problem.
Hey,
So
let me
I
say
It
hear
this.
what
really
you're saying about
Deonte,
certain things about
it's the same
opportunity,
problem.
but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Same shit, different toilet. But
No, but
we have
I
our
would tell you
own
this,
stuff
and on
that
top
keeps
of it,
us to be what it is. But yeah, y'all, yes, financially, Texas make more money than fucking Louisiana. So we gon' get more stuff. There's more people here. So, but yeah, it's certain stuff that we have to do. Like, don't go to UIL and see how long you have your job. Don't have a
Yeah.
concert band, and you don't do that, and you want to
and
focus on going to Mardi Gras. Like I'll tell you now, even though I didn't tell Burger what folks that invited me out to come to Mardi Gras, but Burger begged me to come to Mardi Gras. But bro, my district won't let us come to Mardi Gras during that time because of the scenery of Mardi Gras. And if it wasn't Mardi Gras, oh, we can come down there. So it ain't to the point that folks
I
can get on
told
and be like, oh, well, Brock's scared. But no, y'all can say all y'all want, but them folks that sign that check down there, if they say we can't come, regardless we got that money or not, we can't come down there. So
well, I
and
would
I
say
don't be
this.
caring about words because niggas be talking and everybody can shit on everybody about something. Now I can tell you this though. I wish we had we have that mentality, but it's not like a musical city, like how New Orleans and Memphis is kind of more so is. So it's a lot of kids that we got these numbers in our school, but do they want to do band?
So
Like we in the like it's other stuff that
Hey,
folks
you
be
you
man.
realize
I'm
that
in
Louisiana
the
is one of the
put
top
out
hey,
there
football
to what
states
the
too, right?
kids be really want to do in my neighborhood. But let's just say they likes to get money, and
Hey,
I
look,
would just say it
Louisiana
like
is
this.
a top football state too, though.
but
Yeah, they
To
know
be
Yeah,
that.
honest,
I'm pretty
No,
sure
I
they know
ain't even
that.
yeah,
talking about
we
that.
know that. We
I'm
know that.
talking
We know
about
that.
just
We
Hey,
know that.
nah, Darrell, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm talking
I live
about the
in Dallas
mentality
Fort
of
Worth, not
wanting to
Darrell.
be in a band
Wait,
from
I
middle
live in
school to
Dallas
top
Fort
like
Worth.
that. Like they don't have that.
Football is a religion in in Texas,
yeah,
dog.
I
That's a
It's a
understand.
that's a
I
religion.
understand,
religion.
but Louisiana's
No,
top football too. I
no,
understand
I get
Texas
no,
is bigger.
I get
I
what
know
you're
I
Friday
get
saying.
night
what you're saying
football.
on that, but y'all
Yeah.
don't have rules to the
No,
point that
no,
like right now,
right.
bro, I can't even have band practice at all until they get their football schedule. We start school on the 8th, which will be 100% virtual, and then they gonna let us know 3 weeks from there if we gonna come back and play. Them
so
folks say
No,
ain't
but
no
check
band
it out.
going on, ain't nothing. Like
Well,
we when they
well,
make the
and
football stuff, then they gonna let us know what we can do. So if they don't make no football
and
stuff, then they ain't gonna let us know nothing. So it's on the level
and
like
that's
let me
it's
but
say
then
way
at the
more
same
like how
time,
y'all think it really is. Y'all have no clue. Y'all just going off of what somebody told y'all. This is what we going through every day.
hey,
Like
hold on. Let me stop.
right?
Let me stop this stuff, right? So let me say this. The same way you talking that all that crazy stuff about what your people
no,
want.
ain't nothing I
No,
said was crazy.
listen,
I
I
told you
let you
straight
talk
up
when you
truth.
talk. If we don't do Mardi Gras, that's our ass. Let's put that out there. If
I
we
get
don't
it.
do Mardi Gras, we have no funding. We
And
have
do it
no
good.
funding at all. No state of Louisiana is giving us no funding at all.
Mm-hmm,
Our money
mm-hmm.
comes from Mardi Gras. This is where our money comes from. So when everybody
Right.
talking about bands in New Orleans don't do this, that, and the other, yeah, because our fucking money come from Mardi Gras. That's where our money comes from.
I
Right.
never did bash y'all. No one said no one has said
No.
no
The
one
Another
about
first
it.
thing,
thing,
So
another
let's
thing
not
is this.
assume
Another thing is
because we
this.
know what
We
that
talking
makes
about
us when
field
we
shows.
assume. No one has said that.
When we talking about field shows, we don't have in New Orleans bands. A lot of them don't have no practice with. They don't have nowhere to practice on the field. Like I could give you an example.
okay.
Like, hey, Abe, if I don't put the marks down, I have to go do it myself. I have to go do everything myself.
Same here.
I
We
got
have
to
the
go do
same
everything
struggle.
myself.
Same here.
So let me say this: I do field shows, but they got some people that don't have the don't have the space like I have to do field show. But I also only have about an hour and 45 minutes to practice every day. That's all I have to practice every day. So I have to make sure all my songs straight and also get on the field.
Same here.
So that's why the first thing I said.
My question for you is this: do you promote your field shows just as much as you promote them like playing in the stands? That's a question. I'm not trying to be funny. That's a real question.
If you go look up Aberson, you're gonna see some Aberson have some.
No, I mean I'm asking you.
You asking me? Do I promote field shows? Yes, I do promote my field shows.
No, I said, do you promote them as much as you promote like the other stuff? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really asking a real question.
You talking about to my students?
No, I'm talking about like on the internet,
promotion come from the cameraman. The cameraman are
I'm talking about, well, basically, do you put that out there for more folks to see? That's what I'm asking.
So do I personally? I don't put out nothing. The cameraman put it out. I don't put.
Okay, so are you over the cameraman so that they can put those things out?
Oh yes,
I'm just asking. Okay, so do you ask him to do that? I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When it comes down to field show, I give y'all credit. What's that school? It's not Beaumont. It's close to Beaumont. Your boy had a band.
You talking about Port Arthur Memorial? That's where I graduated.
That's the best band on the field
for field shows.
Hey, listen, them boys the shit. Yeah,
they are.
Like I'm not
shit. Hey, where that band director came from?
They band directors Alex Frazier. First of all,
he went to Southern, huh?
Alex Frazier.
I know.
He's from Southern, but he's from Port Arthur first, sir.
But I know.
First. So he went to, let me tell you about Alex Frazier.
I got a question for him.
You hear me saying? He was the first student director that in a long time at Southern, and he played saxophone. So is that because Southern made him, or is that because he was cold from Port Arthur in the first place?
Hey, look, man. Let's not. It's not about Southern. Hey, I just wanted to get that out that he was from Southern.
No, but the first thing,
let me say that.
Bro, I don't know your name from Aberson, but the first thing I said was we not about to compare struggles because everybody has a struggle and it's real to them.
We got
first of all, but everything that's greener on the other side is not set to go. Like for Brock, he can't play. We've been back for a month. At the same time, Brock will tell you, my first band was a middle school band, and we was going to high school battle bands and win the grand championship marching. You feel what I'm saying? On the field show. So now let me tell you, we started out with 0 members and 0 money. We moved up to like 160 in a year and a half because that was just the hustle. Now let me tell you another thing. Our first field was not, we didn't have a field to practice on. I went out there with gasoline, you hear me, and string, you hear me,
we know,
and I made my field. So what I'm telling you is black bands in Texas, you are not, first of all, it's only a few bands that cater to what we do as far as show band is concerned, period. It's only a few cities or schools that actually cater to what we do. And out of that few schools that cater to what we do, you're not gonna have, maybe you got Skyline, maybe you got like a Cedar Hill that got like actually a lot of funding and a lot of support. The rest of us, because Cedar Hill is a magnet school. You feel what I'm saying? Academic magnet school in Dallas. You got bands like that y'all never heard of, like at Thurgood Marshall and stuff like that. You know, that's really good. Town View, that's really good, but they're very affluent areas. You got the Soto band, which is a core style band, but they 300 every year easily in the black neighborhood. But they get the preference that we don't necessarily get. And I'm preaching to the choir. I already know, because I know it ain't too different in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the same good old boys we got. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is we can sit up here and compare struggles, or we can actually talk about the solutions that got me through. Because the whole point is your struggle is, you are never going to convince me that your struggle is worse than mine. And I'm never going to convince you that your struggle is worse than that my struggle is worse than yours. But what I am telling you is that no matter what's put in front of me and this man Brock that's sitting across from me, we gonna overcome it, period. It's not gonna be no excuses. Listen to me. I don't care if half my band ain't there. I don't care if my section leader can't come because he a Jehovah's Witness and he don't do Mardi Gras. We gonna be there for, you feel me? So all the other stuff, I'm just tired of the excuses, man. I know the problems. We know the problems. Man, look here. I showed up in Vida, Texas. with my guns ready at that protest was only one of 10 black people. You know what I'm saying? Look, bro, it's time out for all that, bro. Like, we gonna have to come up and do what we gotta do and help each other. You hear me? I'm saying I had a dude call me from Ohio the other day, was asking me about my COVID plan, and I gave it to him willingly. I've never charged anybody for arrangement or anything because it was freely given to me. Alex Frazier, that same person you talking about, sat down and showed me drills. Carl Collins showed me drills. You see what I'm saying? I can call Lawrence Jackson anytime I want to, and he gonna teach me. And it was freely given to me, so I'm gonna freely give it to everybody else. So no matter we like each other or not, we need to get off the boo-boo because it's only a couple of us and it's a whole bunch of them. And if we don't come together, then we ain't gonna never solve the problems. How about that?
That's first and foremost much love, bro. Ain't no hate.
Yes,
Ain't
let
no
me say this. I have a lot of respect for bands that's out of town, but I'm straight New Orleans. But I'm gonna just say that I'm straight New Orleans. But a lot of the struggles, like I know we know all bands have struggles. Like, you know what I'm saying? We not here to make no excuses. Like, and I in New Orleans, I'll tell you, like, I'll give you an example. Like, Mr. Mark said he had 2,500 kids. I swear to God, on my sofa that if I had 2,500 students in the city of New Orleans in the school, we would be 250 to 350 strong.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have
you know the key word of that, what you said? In New Orleans.
In the city of New Orleans.
Key word. In New Orleans.
So let me break it down. Let me break it down.
You can't judge us like we're that because these kids don't have that mentality of New Orleans. If it was that mentality, then I'd be like, you know what? Fucking right, you right. But that's not the case. If you would bring yourself out of New Orleans and come to our school, I can tell you,
he right, bro.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
He's right.
And I hear you, and it sounds good, but you wouldn't. You would.
That's an excuse. That's an excuse.
Teaching music is the same fucking way in New Orleans. The same.
I hear you. I'm not talking about teaching music. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting those individuals in your program. That's what I'm talking about.
Let me tell you this.
I ain't talking about teaching music. You got to get them there first before you can teach them music.
In New Orleans, our middle school, we don't have a lot of middle schools that have band programs.
I ain't talking about New Orleans. I'm talking about Hill. And saying it's not the same.
But y'all have
you can't judge it on the same. You can't judge it on the same level. It's not the same.
Y'all got two band. Y'all be having two band.
I hear you. Full salary. You're speaking from a New Orleans mindset, and that's not what we deal with.
Hey, Brock,
I hear you. It sounds real good. I promise you it do.
Brock and Mr. Mark,
I promise you. It's just like I love you. It sounds good when somebody say it, but it don't mean nothing if you don't know what's the name. It don't. I hear you. It sounds good. I'm with you.
I'm gonna get y'all.
But it ain't the case.
I won't talk to y'all further.
Okay, now check this out.
Hey, brother,
let's get on my Brock because check this out.
Mark and Brock, towards the end of the show, I'm gonna need y'all to come back on and we can further this conversation backstage.
Okay, yeah.
We gotta get the next guest on.
We gotta get the next segment on. We need to further this conversation because there was some gems said from both of y'all, and we really need to chop that up and get that heard.
Most definitely.
Much love to y'all, man. I really want to connect.
Appreciate y'all having us on, man. All of y'all. Appreciate all y'all.
Much love, fellas. Much love. Most definitely.
Hopefully we can set something up, crucial conflict wise.
Mm-hmm. And A was smash both bands for the record. With 600 kids, this population of school.
These a-holes. Anyway, next fellas, we're gonna have we bringing on three more fellas. Y'all very familiar with these fellas, whether y'all want to agree to it or not. We got Deonte Kennedy from Craigmont.
I'll put the clips in the chat.
We got Mr. Kennedy with the green screen in the back. Yeah, y'all see it.
WAP.
Big dog status.
WAP. What that
we got Will Brooks from Hunter's Lane. We got Mr. Will Brooks from Hunter's Lane.
That WAP.
He got a splash coming. What if it go?
I got this man here don't need no introduction. I got Mr. DonShon from Show. Y'all know Show. Y'all most definitely know Show. There's no explanation needed for them.
Hey.
We waiting on Will to come back. I just talked to him.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing today?
What's going on, fellas?
DonShon, what's good, bro? What's good, man? I'm good.
Man,
Good to see you, man. Good to be here.
Like,
while we wait on Will to get back, usually fellas, how we do it, Deonte, you familiar with it, is we give band facts. You know, they got a lot of people looking at the show that maybe don't know Mr. DonShon. So we want you to give the people your band facts.
Hey, man, I'm DonShon Wilson, man. I'm from Shaw High School. I'm an alumni from Shaw High School. I graduated in 1988. I went to Central State University. I'm a percussionist. I was section leader there back in the 90s. My band director is Dr. James Oliver. He's now at Alabama State University. So, you know, that's who I am. That's why I got all my teaching from and my learning experiences. So I'm glad to be on the show, man.
Mr. Keith Thomas say, what's up, fellas? Mr. Keith hollering at y'all.
All right, Keith, what's happening?
What's up, Keith?
Go ahead, Deonte, drop them band facts.
My name is Deonte Kennedy. I graduated from Livingstone College. My band director is no name, and nor will I speak his name because he really didn't help me too much.
Damn.
They're serious. But I'm the band director at Craigmont High School. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and I'm just happy to be here today with a lot of band directors who I look up to on a tremendous level, both Mr. Wilson and Will Brooks.
Hey, let me say this, Mr. DonShon.
Hey,
I was a
before
part
you
of that
say
Walker
that,
band. Wait. I was a part of that first Walker band.
Deonte on his crossing Kappa side. Real talk. A lot of people don't know that, so we need to put that out there, bro. Where y'all show this brother some love.
Appreciate it, man. Thank y'all, brothers. Thank y'all.
Hey, DonShon, I was a part of that Walker band when y'all first came to New Orleans, and y'all ran up on us. I tell you one thing. I ain't gonna tell no lie.
Wait a minute. We didn't run up on y'all. Walker Rollins came and asked did we want to do something.
Whoa.
When he had y'all in the parking lot.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was a student.
but go ahead. I'm gonna talk about it.
Hey, honestly, I was finna give you say that y'all was bringing it, but y'all didn't smash us, but y'all was bringing it. And I ever since that day, I respected you more than anything because that's the first out of town band that ever ran up on us like that.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna give you. I heard people talking facts, but I'm gonna give you the backdrop of that whole non-talk parade. Now we've been looking for Old Perry Walker. I was looking for them for about 2 years. When I seen them in person, I knew I wasn't ready for them 2 years ago. So, you know, truth be told, I'm glad we didn't see y'all back then. But you know, you guys were supposed to be, you know, the first band in that parade. We were supposed to be the second band. So we were waiting because it was a storm that weekend or something, and they moved it uptown or something like that. So they said they had to start the parade. They said, well, hey, we're going to need y'all to start this parade if Old Perry Walker don't show up. So I was like, all right, bet. So we started the parade. Once we started the parade, they stopped the parade. I think, I'm not familiar with the streets. I think it was Napoleon. We turned on Napoleon.
That's where it was.
All of a sudden, they stopped the parade and said, I heard these drums. So they put Old Perry Walker right in front of the float, and we was right behind the float. So man, that made me mad, man. I'm just being honest, man. I felt disrespected. So every time y'all blew, whatever y'all blew, if I could play that song back, I played one just like it. You know, so when we got to the end of that parade, that's when Mr. Rollins came up and was like, hey, y'all want to do something? I was like, bruh, come on, let's get it. So that was after that long parade. And let me say this. We did not drum that whole parade. We played songs. We played songs probably maybe every 5 minutes, man. We struck up. So
what you saying? Y'all heard us from behind us. We were playing that live.
Nah.
Because you said you played every song we played.
Well, I mean, you know, we right in front of the float. It wasn't like y'all was way down the street. It was one little float in front of us. So because I'm a percussion, I knew what y'all was playing because the drums was back there. So that's what I heard. And I heard the, you know, the piccolos and the clarinets, you know. I couldn't hit no brass.
Brother Will, what's going on, man? Nice to have you on here, man.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, right there? Brother Will? What we do on this show, introduction, first time on, is to give these people out here your band facts, man. Let them know where you come from.
Man, my name is Will Brooks. First of all, man, I give all glory to God. Man, I'm so honored to be here. I thank y'all for even having me, man. Big ups to the city of New Orleans. I'm Will Brooks. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I went to the Laura F. Osborne High School.
Osborne, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Went down and did a year at Alabama A&M, transferred to MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University, where I received my bachelor's degree, got a master's from the University of Memphis. And I am currently the band director at Hunter's Lane, where I've been for the past 8 years.
Okay.
I didn't ask any questions the last session. Can I?
Shout out your style talk, man.
Oh, most definitely, man. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. What are y'all's most memorable experiences marching Mardi Gras parades?
I'll let the young cats go first.
Well, I'm the youngest. I'm the newest one to do Mardi Gras. So I guess I'll go first. The most memorable experience, I got two, to be honest with y'all. The first one was that I got a chance, and I might be saying it wrong, but I went into O. Perry Walker band room, and I got a chance to play in the band room. And, you know, my kids, every year I have band, from the moment I became a band director, we've watched the whole Gritty City. So just walking into the band room, I got chills, like seeing the brown wood, seeing where they played at. That was amazing. And then the food right after, shout out to Julius Hill, who just took care of me. Bro. It was amazing. Just the energy that was in the room, from the kids seeing it to hearing those conversations that Roland was saying when that downbeat happened. It just felt like the spirit of what was in that band room transpired in my children for the weekend. That was an amazing experience because we was the first band to play in the next band or the first band to play in there since Perry Walker had left. And that's what Julius Hill told me. So if that's not a fact, then y'all can correct me. But he did say we was the first high school to play in that room because they was in the other room. So that just made me feel honored beyond honored. And then the second experience, it wasn't the battle at Bacchus. It wasn't any of that. It was at the Irish parade when we was coming down Canal Street. My kids was playing circles and the crowd was packed. And once you hit that right hand turn coming from out the buildings, it was so many people there, and it was like some old heads, I'm guessing from New Orleans. And one of them was like, "Man, your band sound good, man. Crank that shit up." And because I know it's invested in the culture, and I could tell he was an older cat, and his words, man. And I turned around and looked at my kids, and I called it off. And those people was everywhere, and you could see the palm trees, and we was coming down the street. Man, that was the best feeling I ever had in my life as a band director.
Canal Street, yeah. Okay.
Man, I can't even tell you a single memory that stood out because for me, I'm the type of person that I don't care what's going on around me. I'm going to make my fun and I'm going to have a blessed experience regardless of what happens. So every time I go down there, man, it don't matter if it's positive, negative going around me. I'm just honored to be there because number one, you know, I got some inner city kids that don't have any money. Most of the time, it's their first time ever even leaving the state of Tennessee. And I get to see the look on their face when they hear another band crank up and they're like, oh, it's other bands that do what we do. And that's the reason why I come down there. New Orleans is the Mecca of band. You know, it's completely different from what things are in Nashville, Tennessee, because band ain't just the cool thing in Nashville. You know, my whole band, if y'all pay attention to clips, you see new faces in that band every single time you see Hunter's Lane. That's because when school starts, I'm standing in the lunchroom. Hey, little boy, what you do after school? Come here, man. Come here. This is a trumpet. Hold this. And I'm begging and pleading, trying to get every kid that I can to come and be a part of this.
You're not lying.
So when you get those people and you're force feeding them band, and then you go down there and then they see people that embrace the culture, people that love the culture, I can see a light bulb switch in on them. And when it does, when we come back, they different people. You know, I don't have to convince them about band no more. It's a whole nother experience. So, man, just the experience of seeing my kids change every time we come down there, that's my memorable experience because I know that I've done something that's affected their life positively.
God damn, Will, that was great.
Yeah, there's some great answers. I ain't lying. It's going to be hard, D. These boys gave some great answers.
Hey man, my you know, I say to Will, man, the experience, man, that I'm just glad you all opened the doors for us, man. I never knew anything. I always heard about New Orleans and Mardi Gras, but never had an opportunity to go down there. But to actually go down there, our first year was 2009. And man, that's why we've been every year, no matter what. We've been coming back, man, because the culture there is just it's unmatched anywhere in the country. I mean, that's what it is. Like you said, the Mecca of Bands, the food, the people, just the whole culture, man. We get so much love when we come there, man. I mean, just keeping it real, we we get more love out of state than we do in our own state, and some of you all can probably attest to that, man. You know, but when I come to New Orleans, man, before we step off the bus, we practicing in the parking lot. It's like cats coming up in the parking lot at the hotel. They know we there, man. So I mean, the reception that we receive is just awesome, man. Oh man, come on, man. From Will Rollins,
y'all got
that
great
food, man. I
hospitality.
don't know what kind of food and seasoning y'all be using, man. We ain't got that up here. I'm telling you. I went into a place and got some of that that slap your mama seasoning. Dude, I got everybody in Ohio almost on that stuff.
Yeah, but y'all got the best barbecue in the country, though.
Who, Memphis? I ain't gonna lie. Okay, see, you might be on to something right there, man.
Man,
hey, when PJ did the 800 miles, he came here and some guy gave us when he was here, somebody gave him a full like whatever he wanted to get from this up-class barbecue spot in Bartlett. Man, we went in there, they had brisket, pork, chicken, all types of stuff. Man, that shit was so damn good. I didn't even know it was there.
Man, I'm living in Dallas now. And I knew barbecue was different outside of New Orleans.
Big fan.
When I got to Dallas, when I got to Dallas, I'm like, hey man, I played a gig up in Memphis at the BB King spot on Bill Street. I can't remember the name of it, but man, I played a gig there, and I went to this little spot on Bill Street and got some barbecue. Man, I went back to Texas saying, man, this shit is nasty here.
Y'all
ain't never had no barb. This shit is gross.
It's in the skin, man. Oh.
All right, fellas. We're gonna hit y'all with the next question. What is y'all most memorable battle coming down to New Orleans?
I'm last. I went first.
All right, I'll go first on this one. The most memorable one, man. Well, I got two, man.
Go ahead, give it to us. We listen.
All right, man. The first one, of course, man, was Old Perry Walker, man. That just set the tone for a whole bunch, man. I mean, that band cranked up so many. It's kind of difficult to well, not difficult. We don't have a lot of bands that we see that can really in the past had the time to go toe to toe, round for round. It'd be like a 3 or 4 song hitter. They got to either do the parade or, something happened or whatever. But, man, I tell you, we sat there until that other parade came down the street, man. And to be honest, man, they had to go. But we still had songs to go, man. That was an awesome one. And the second one, of course, was that Monday against Scotlandville and Baker. We wasn't even in that parade. But because of the hype of everyone talking, the talk, man. I told my kids we were supposed to be going somewhere to eat, and we end up showing up Monday, man, in that back parking lot, and it went down against Scotlandville and Baker, man. Much love to those guys.
Hey, to be 100%, I was over there like, these people really playing everything that we playing. Like, when they gonna stop?
Let me. Let me.
Oh, you talking about Old Perry Walker?
The first time I met this man in the parking lot for Bacchus, bro. Like, he was talking, and I was like, man, this nigga talking some shit. I don't believe he got it like that, bro. He told me, he literally told me, name a song and I'm gonna play it. And I jokingly like, oh, he talking this shit. So I named the song, bro, and he played it. And I was like, oh my God.
Look,
I was like, that shit crazy.
You talking about the battle when it was Sean? That was like what because K was the band director at Baker, then, huh?
They tore both of them up.
That was a battle. A lot of people didn't. That was a nice ass battle between.
Yeah, it was slept on, but bro, show was just killing.
I'm gonna have to watch that one on the show now. I ain't never seen that one. I'm gonna have to watch that one. I've been liking DonShon since I seen him in Detroit.
That was a good one. Oh,
we
man.
bro, we was thinking twice. We on the bus like, man, them that little small ass band come down here and try to make some noise. Man,
Yeah.
hey,
They tell you
respect, dog.
That was
Hey,
the best head to
watch
head
the clip for
I've
yourself.
had as probably as band director. That's one of the best, you
Yeah.
know, I had as band director. So
Your kids were so they were like they had it on their mind. You could sit in their face like, all right, this the giant. We got to be ready.
We got to be ready.
But they
hey
was
man,
ready, bro.
I asked for the best, man. When I came down there, you know, from 09, I said I want the best, man, and that just prompted me to continue to push my kids, man, because you know we wasn't at that time. We didn't have any competition around here. You know, fortunately now, luckily, we have Maple Heights High School. You know, shout out to my man over there in Warrensville. You know, one of my former students is over there, but we just now getting the programs back running up in Cleveland. You know, but
Matt, you hear that? He
hey
said the
man,
best. You hear that, Matt?
yeah man, hey, they told me that y'all were the best, man. So I had to see the best before I can, you know,
You say
do that to the next level.
I was messing with Matt, man. They always give me trouble.
Don't mess with me. Listen, let me give y'all a little
chill out.
backstory.
Hey,
The
Mr. Will.
rel is upset because they ripped that piece of shit name out the school and it's no longer around. So that's been a tender spot of his. That piece of shit, old Perry Walker, right? They tore that shit down and threw it in the trash, right? And it's no longer there. So periodically he's gonna throw little fits. And man, look, I was his school, the alumni turned our city upside down a few weeks ago.
Matt, what did I say to you, Matt? What did we had a conversation, man. You told me it was gonna be good. So I need you
Okay,
to
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Go
That's
ahead,
my
go
bad.
ahead, brother Will. Go ahead, brother
I'm
Will. Your
sorry.
turn. Memorable battles, man.
Man, so you know, this is an interesting one for me as well because man, Hunter's Lane in New Orleans has a love-hate relationship. Now, I want y'all to understand this. I don't mean no disrespect to the city of New Orleans because, as I said before, I humbly submit, man, y'all are the Mecca. I love what y'all have going on down there. But New Orleans has some ways that I just don't understand. So this is enlightening for me. Now, I'm going to cut to the chase on that. If you come to Nashville, Tennessee, and you from out of state, this is not me talking no mess because I'm not a smack talker like that. That just ain't my thing. But if you come to Nashville,
brother,
you're gonna get touched. It's as simple as that. So, you know, for us to come down to New Orleans and multiple times, you know, we see the biggest and the baddest. And, you know, I pump this into my kids before we come there because, as I told you, band culture ain't that strong here. So I'm like, oh, we about to go down there. Y'all gonna see this band. They're gonna be this size. They're gonna blow your face off. You better get ready for this. It's gonna be amazing. And then we down there, it's just like, why ain't nobody doing nothing? You know? So for me, the experience, actually, my best battle, my first year was from a band that was out of town. It was Dudley High School. And y'all can pull these clips up. We sat there and went at it with Dudley for about 3 hours. And that's kind of where we thrive. Because we don't come down there with 10, 12 songs and just get a couple rounds in and we gone. You know, my school, we got a book. And I can tell you from experience, it's ironic that these two people sitting on a screen with me were some of my longest and my best challenges. I can tell you the best challenge I ever had since I was at Hunter's Lane was with DonShon Wilson. They came to TSU's homecoming and we sat in the parking lot by some dumpsters. And I'm talking about, we was just looking at each other like, you gonna quit? Like, no, you gonna quit?
Y'all, hey, that wasn't y'all first time doing it. I went out to the Alabama State Jamboree and watched you and Shaw go at it for like 3 hours. I was like, they not gonna run out of songs. It was the first time in my life watching a band battle, and I was like, this shit getting boring. Not because they not good. I've never saw a band battle this long.
Yeah, and that
like,
was
who's gonna stop playing?
That was after the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, they did a whole Battle of the Bands. Killed it. Both of y'all killed it.
Hey, I hope the New Orleans band directors on here listening, because I next time y'all come, I want them to punish y'all. I promise I do. Because this is embarrassing.
Hey, Johnny, literally, wouldn't you like to touch it up with one of them? Like, I would love to see you touch it up with one of them.
The thing is, like me and Deonte, me and Deonte had a long back and forth before he came down here. We just never met up. I wasn't in his parade. He wasn't in my parade. Same with Mr. Wilson. I think Will Miner was in a parade with me once.
I know they battled Carver. They battled Carver, 100 Lane.
I can say this about Johnny. We sat and had a conversation after a parade. He just came to our bus and kicked it for a long time, and I was appreciative of that. When we seen them in the parking lot, he was down with whatever, but we was trying to get our hands on Ed in the car at that particular time. He's like, "No, bro, go ahead and do your thing." So, no disrespect to nobody else. John, he was about that life, and he was ready to go. We just had a different agenda at that time.
Johnny be about that.
Johnny,
life.
you should have punished him.
I said you be about that life. You be about it.
St. Aug, and that was probably my best experience because St. Aug ain't no idea who we were. We didn't have no idea who we were. That was our first time coming down there. And, they gave us a little bit of play. And I was like, hey, we in this thing. And we went at it. And afterwards, they was looking like, I feel like we kind of got bamboozled a little bit. We wasn't expecting it. So that was my experience, man. It was great. I'm humble, and I was grateful that they even gave us the time of day.
Hey, Mr. Camus had a question up here, and I'm going to say this. Mr. Camus said, do y'all study, not that one, it's another one he had. Do y'all study?
Take into consideration of fatigue. If a local band has more 6-7 parades, is it truly a fair battle?
This one. He said, do your band study New Orleans program during week 1 before coming down here and marching weekend 2?
Okay, so me, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't look at shit the first week. If y'all doing stuff on the first week, I watch New Orleans clips all the way up until Mardi Gras, and when that week come, I don't play our clips. I don't do none of that. The focus should have already been there. If my kids go watch them, then they go watch them. But I don't say y'all name. I don't do none of that shit until it's time to go. Especially not. But I only went once. But that's my ideology with any battle. You get what I'm saying? When it come time to battle, even with Hunter's Lane, I stop. I completely take them out of my psyche. So when I see them, it's just for the battle. You get what I'm saying? It's with those intentions to battle.
But the goddamn is true, and I'm from New Orleans, and I'm gonna just be real with y'all. When y'all three bands come down here, I don't want to fucking see y'all battle each other. Excuse my language. I don't want to see y'all three battle each other. I don't. And
we don't
all
need
y'all know.
We don't need.
All y'all know. Yeah. I've talked shit to all three of y'all before. So I didn't talk shit to all three of y'all before. That shit, I be pissed off when y'all come down here and then it don't live up to my expectations because I know what the band's capable of. Like they will literally focus on each other. And just like you said, if any of these bands come to Nashville, I don't care about them other bands from Nashville. I want that band that ain't from here.
That's why I said, Johnny, you should have punished them, dog.
That's the mentality I need our band.
You should have given them what they came for. Ass whooping.
Let me say this, dude. Like, it's a gap. It's a gap in the mindset of the older New Orleans, and the newer New Orleans. Meaning, when I was in the band, we really didn't entertain. We didn't look at. Not trying to beat this, but when I was in the band, like in 99, 2000, we didn't look at other bands like competition. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't really give them the time of day. The only out of town band I remember us battling was Smiley. But Smiley was good as fuck in 2000, 2001. Smiley was good as fuck. So in New Orleans, like we do have a mentality that you gotta be worth our while to battle.
You're not about to tell me these bands ain't worth the while.
I'm not saying them. I'm saying it like Shawty came out here numerous of times when I was middle school band, and I was like, damn, nobody don't want to battle this man. Like, I didn't see that. But that be the mentality. Like the mentality is, I ain't gonna lie, we just think that we better than everybody else. So sometimes some things ain't worth our time.
So when you gonna prove it though? Like
see that when I was told that,
like,
see what Johnny
they come out and nobody want to do nothing. That's
I want you to prove it. You can't
Johnny
tell me you the best band. We the best band. We are. They gave us our props already. Now it's time to prove it.
What Johnny
I'm
is
sick
saying,
of the props being given. I want us to prove it.
But Burger, it's in the mindset is why do we have to prove something that's already proven?
Yeah. See, and Johnny,
you think once Floyd Mayweather won the championship, he said, I don't got to do nothing no more.
No. Wait, Burger. This is what he's saying. What he's saying is that if when I first heard that New Orleans bands don't give out-of-town bands attention, I didn't think it was nothing petty. I literally thought it was like, well, I'm going to have a fucking program where they go pay me attention. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna build something that they go pay me attention. If they go defend their title, what I noticed, and I could be wrong, but if you put New Orleans in a situation to defend the title, they go fucking defend it. They're not gonna let you take it. You get what I'm saying? They're not gonna give it to you, but they're not about to give. They're not about to give a no name nigga.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
09. Hey, he right because that's what Shaw did.
I'm not buying that shit. Shaw been coming here since 09, and Will been coming here for some
because
years.
Will, let me say this: you got to think in Will mind. Will feel like he's the top dog. Will probably saying you got to go battle some of the other high schools before you come get to me.
How many more high schools they got to battle?
I'm just saying that's the way the mindset is, bro. But I'm not. All three of these guys have great band programs, and all three of them will get my attention. Let's just say that out the gate. But Deonte Kennedy, I swear to God, that Deonte, put that goddamn cigar down. He come on here like he running.
Like he need no ground or somebody.
But what I'm saying is, it's like you is in New Orleans. Like we look at out of town bands. Like, see, the newer school New Orleans people respect out of town bands. Old school New Orleans dudes just look at them like they out of towners. Like that's how they look. We look at them. But these three guys deserve to get attention. They have good programs. They sound good as fuck. You have to go in there with a battle. You got to make sure you have a lot of songs. You have to have a book. They have good programs. All three of them are well respected among New Orleans band directors. Why they get attention? I don't know.
I know why. Let
me explain. I want to make a point, man. So we would come down there, and people would be by our bus when we got off, and they would listen to us warm up. And I'm a real original dude. If it comes to blocking somebody out to make sure my band on point, it's nothing. But it was a low that said something to me one year, and it stuck with me forever. He was like, "Man, y'all came all the way down here. Y'all about to get y'all face blew off." And I said, "You know what? That might be true. But if we do, we're going to go home and we're going to work, and we're going to come back year after year stronger and stronger." As a matter of fact, it was you, Burger.
It was me.
You said y'all going to get y'all face blew up.
I said, y'all get y'all face blew off.
I think I told you something like that. A Zulu parade y'all bought.
He told me that shit too. Right before we got on the bus, he said, "Don't you about to come down here and get your face blew off?" I said, "No, I'm not." He said, "Don't let me down."
That's why I was so shocked for the Bacchus battle. I talk shit to Deonte like no other. I was like, "Bro, you want to battle Carl?" I kept telling him, "You sure you want to battle Carl? Well, you'll get your face blowed off."
And I kept saying my kids need it. I'm gonna
tell you something. Here's what y'all gotta understand though. Like when I come down there, that is my desire because I need my kids to grow. If we go places and they don't see anybody that's better than them or get somebody that's gonna get them on their toes, what's the point of going? I'm trying to get them to grow. If we go down there and we get handled, when we come back, I can be like, I see what we did wrong. We got to improve this, and that. And they had that motivation because like that feeling getting embarrassed. But when we're paying $20,000 to travel down there and we don't get that, it's disappointing.
And another thing is this, bro. I'm gonna just say this: you can't be a New Orleans band and take an L from an out of town band, because you got to hear from the whole city.
But you know what?
Not just the city.
You got to hear from the whole.
That's part of being a man. You can't be a basketball player and say I'm only gonna play the games that I win.
Hey, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, no, I don't care what y'all. Boy, if New Orleans band head, remember when and Reloaded will be on fire.
Hey, no, I'm not lying.
Come on.
Like when New Orleans bands take an L to out of town band, bro, it could probably go on for a year. Ooh. Like they don't let it down here, so it's like it's draining. It's like, and me, I'm one of them people. I'm gonna let you know you got your ass bust. So next time you see this band, you're gonna have it out for that band. It's personal now. Because I'm gonna let you know.
So let me
like right now it's personal that y'all saying that y'all don't get that action. So now I really want Johnny to punish y'all. I really do.
It is what it is. But see, you know what? As a man and as somebody that wants to grow, you got to be willing to take your L's with your dubs. Because at the end of the day, it's about the kids. What kind of band director am I if I shelter my kids from taking an L that's gonna help them be good?
I'm gonna tell you like this, Will. You're right, but you don't understand the critics in the city of New Orleans.
Hey, well, you know what? Look,
Let me tell you something, man. Like I got partners from Dallas that say, man, y'all be hard on other bands when they come in y'all city. Man, y'all ain't never saw
Guys,
nothing like
like
the
y'all not in this
savagery
group.
we carry
Like no,
on
like
in
bro,
our New
like
Orleans
everybody, like
groups.
me. I was an outsider. Like to some dudes I'm still an outsider to dudes in my city because of my stance on the Craigmont and Cup battle. So let me say, like, it'd be hard for me to like. I can't give props in these groups because dudes start going in on me like, yeah, you the voice for the out of town bands, and you the reason the out of town bands got a voice. Blah blah blah. And it really feel like that. So it's like when like I gotta make sure that the dub is for sure, and it ain't no BS. If not, oh my God, they're not gonna let me make it. I'm hated. So if y'all gonna come down, I need y'all to come with that fire. Like it can't be no BS.
Nah, man, like for real though, the shit talk gets
Yeah,
so
like
bad
bro,
into dudes threatening cats'
That's too
lives.
much, man.
It's
like
real.
literally, like
Yeah. You said my band got blew out, I'ma kill you and your whole family.
that's
Like for
bro,
real.
it'd be crazy.
Every living generation, they all gotta die tonight.
hey man,
It's been that
you know
real.
that's much
Yeah.
respected, but
We
at the same time, I just feel a little different, man. And my thing is, I'm with Will, on this one. If that's the case, if you don't want that to happen, I don't think New Orleans understand how much we practice in order to even get our kids to come down there. The regiment that we go through with all those parades. See, y'all used to that. Y'all drink and breathe that. Up north, our parades is what, 45 minutes, maybe
at the most.
an hour.
Wow.
So when we got to practice for our kids to be able to hold up for a 4.5 hour parade, and like I said, I'm coming down there with at least 20 plus parade songs. That's not counting all the other songs that we get. So I can't just do drummers the whole time, because the reason why we keep getting invited back is because of those crews know what we be doing, because we entertaining the crowd. So we have to continue to do that. But at the same time, back to my man Johnny, if that's the case, man, if we practicing that hard, I think y'all need to practice that hard.
They
And
make
not
fun
rush.
of us, DonShon.
Exactly.
They make fun of us. They make comments like, "Man, them niggas was in practice since January." Like, why? What the fuck you mean? Shouldn't y'all be in practice like that?
I'm not.
Like
I'm gonna
our
tell you,
band
we be in practice in January.
but our bands practice just as hard. After football season in New Orleans, if your team don't make the playoffs, the only team that really got excuses is probably Carl, Andrew Walker. All the rest of these sad ass football teams that ain't making the playoffs after football season, before the last game gets here, band directors is pushing. Body grab.
That's bull crap. That's not true.
That's bullshit.
Get the clock.
After football season in New Orleans, it's Mardi Gras, bro. It's Mardi Gras. So, bro, that ain't how it go in New Orleans. No. After football season, we focusing on Mardi Gras and we hitting it hard.
And I'm gonna tell you something, Burger. I think you talking about the sad ass high school you went to. The regular high schools with full bands. I'm not talking about shitty ass clock. I'm talking about shit clock without a full program.
Matt, I need to get that recorded when you say piece of shit, and I need to have that every time. I'm like on standby, piece of shit. I need that.
Hey, Miss Robin,
I love
that on standby.
Concert band season for New Orleans is after Mardi Gras. So
that's because your band didn't have a Christmas band. Y'all only had that piece of shit y'all drove down the street and called a marching band. But I'm talking. Well,
I don't give a fuck about what y'all did in '95 PC.
Okay, no, now see, Burger, you falling apart every time we talk about that heaping piece of shit y'all drove down the street. You fall apart and you attack me, and that's not what this show is about.
That's why you an asshole. That's why.
Well, Burger, now that hurt because I feel like you meant it.
Your school hasn't been good since you graduated, so you kiss my
Your
ass.
school hasn't been good, and that's the end of the sentence, because they've never been good before you went, during, or after. Your school, I don't even know if that shit your school plays legally could constitute as music because
all right, hold up. All right, hold up, man. We got guests on here, man. We got to get.
I'm sorry, that's my bad, y'all.
Oh no, I'm getting the face of the New Orleans.
I'm gonna mute my phone, but don't Burger stop.
Bullshit,
That shit was
man.
bad.
They don't like me.
That shit was
They don't
bad.
like me to expose our dirty.
I don't like you because your entire band wore drum major hats. That's one of the reasons why.
Let me ask a question.
What did my band? If you don't mind me asking, man, what did my band director graduate from?
All right, Burger, hold up. Let me ask this question.
Where did my band director graduate from again? What high school, if you don't mind me
Burger,
asking?
at the end of the day, your entire band wore drum major hats.
Did my band director graduate from? What high school?
I'm not. You're not going to besmirch the name of my school if he went to
so
your
he did
band.
graduate from your school. He graduated from your school, right?
We have guests.
Well, I'm gonna say some ugly shit about Burger School for the show.
Behave yourself. Behave yourself, man.
Hey, let me say this, dude. I'm not gonna lie, though. I do feel some kind of way because I do feel like y'all coming to this city very cocky, very, very cocky. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't march Bacchus, but see next year I might just march Bacchus to give you.
I don't march Bacchus either.
Like I'm a march by. Well, you make sure you march goddamn Bacchus. You march whatever you want. I'm gonna make sure you know what parade I'm in, so you don't have to find me. Since you always.
That's what I'm talking about, Johnny.
I ain't gonna lie. And every year I'll be sent by my assistant, and I'll be like, man, these motherfuckers come down here and they cocky, and they still gonna leave cocky. Nobody giving them attention. I feel like I have to put the city on my back and show these bands.
Put the team on your back, Johnny. Straight up. Put the city on your back.
I be feeling, cause I ain't gonna lie, y'all bands be sounding amazing, bro. All three of y'all bands sound amazing, bro. Shaw, I've been watching that band since I was in the middle school. That band, when you came down here, and when you had them horns, them trumpets, that's them upright, the upright trumpets, and I'm just hearing them. But not only them years, but this past year, what a lot of people don't know. No, I'm not trying to be sexist, but when I heard those 4 young ladies on baritone, this year, and you had 4 mellophones, 3 of them was young ladies, and the way that band sound, I was like, man, this dude is serious about what he's doing, dog. Like at the end of the day, like I really have a lot of respect for all 3 of y'all programs. But
you could tell, bro. You could tell.
Hey man, I appreciate that, man. But you know, we lost a lot last year, and the reason why we lost because I don't have a feeder system, so most of our kids just come up, like Will said, right out of the summer, they come up and go through our band camp, but those kids don't have that musical experience, so we try to give them all. We try to cram everything we can in a month and a half in the summer, and then each and every week and month after that, we just continue to grow. But those young ladies who you saw in the UFOs, man, they were just kind of switched to those instruments because I didn't have any. I had to switch. My tuba line was new. I only had one returning guy and my trombone, so I have to do a lot of switching. So if you was on the trumpet this year, you might be playing the mellophone or the baritone for me next year, depending on. I still have to keep that instrumentation going, man. That for one, that sound.
That says a lot about you, dog.
I have a question for y'all, man.
We've been doing that for every year. But let me ask you a question about New Orleans. I got a question for New Orleans. Hey, man, when has it been, or has it always been, for Mardi Gras? Did you always have colleges like you have now that partake in Mardi Gras? It was always high school before social media took over.
I mean, Southern always did Mardi Gras parades, but it was never to the respect of it is now.
Southern
never like Bacchus.
Southern most definitely marched parades in the 80s and the 90s.
They didn't do nothing in our era.
Probably not your era, but in the 80s, Southern definitely was coming through parades in the 80s. There's videos of them on YouTube. It just never got better. Talladega, I want to say Talladega and Southern made it like this because it's got to be. That Talladega versus Southern.
I can believe that.
The colleges out like that. It was the first time you saw 2 big colleges going at it head to head in a parade. And I guess it was a recruitment tool for other colleges like, man, we need to jump on that because the New Orleans kids is the kids we want. Why not bring my band down there in the spring? And it's a recruitment tool for one. Look at Talladega. Talladega don't have no football team, and they got the biggest damn band every year.
Well, they band director from New Orleans
every year. So
when you, Johnny, when you talk about the high schools that used to come down there, that you guys, back in the day, old school didn't respect them. Were they the caliber? And I'm saying it humbly. Were they the caliber of what you see now with the out-of-state bands?
So let me say this.
Matt, that's for you.
No, let me say this.
I can answer that.
I'm gonna tell you the difference. The difference in, I think that bands before Katrina was much bigger and much better. So I can't say that. I think that the bands, I think that y'all bands are some of the best bands I saw for us out of town. A lot of the out of town bands that I remember before the storm, they was big as hell. They was big. But there wasn't, before, in the mindset of New Orleans when it came down, before Katrina is different of the mindset of New Orleans now. Like, you couldn't come down here before Katrina, and then if you came down here trying to sound good and sound soft and sweet, that shit would have got you laughed at. Like,
I'm a keep it a buck. My senior year, we would have got at Morris Brown. New Orleans bands was known, the high schools was known for going at colleges when we was in school. So like out of town bands, man, they like other high schools, just being real, we ain't really took them serious. Like when we heard them, they didn't give it. We didn't give them that energy, man. They wasn't that good. It was some around like Cedar Grove. We saw them. We saw when we played Reed and that other band came, I forget the name of that. I forget the name. Huh?
Southwest DeKalb.
When they came in and we cranked on them and Reed. See, that's the thing. Okay, so they came in the game, man. Now that band was big. They was marching the Saints game the next day, and we played Reed on a Saturday. And they was like, well, man, we just want to come work out our field show down there, And so they came in and did it, man. And they sounded good, and their field show was nice as well. But us and Reed was up. I went to Kennedy. We were battling Reed, and they got up and blew. Wasn't nothing cute. We cranked on the ass, and Reed cranked on them next.
Osborne blew on TSU.
On TSU?
Yeah, Osborne blew on TSU. Detroit bands will go against colleges too.
See, and that's another thing. See, something Matt just said. Before Katrina, we wasn't letting no out of towns band even try to attempt to play.
Yeah, they wasn't gonna feel welcome. We was cutting them off and everything.
Yeah, like Kennedy will start blowing, and another band will start like that. The out of town band will start blowing. Somebody try to blow over them. Then it's like it was just like so disrespect, like to out of town band.
The nerve of you, but that's because Bergen them friendly. Bergen them they friendly. Like these bands got a. They friendly, bro.
Told you that Rollins asked him for a battle. How is that?
I remember.
We wouldn't have asked them for shit. Some people ask you, hey man, you want to step outside? Some people walk up and slap the shit out you, and you know you about to fight. Okay, that's the difference. We'd have walked up to them. Hey, you ain't supposed to be over there. Slap the shit out one of them. That's what we'd have did.
That's that old school right there.
I became a band director, and when I was at college prep, and Sophie B. Wright had a good band actually that year, and like we had the mindset of like, yes, they did. Stop that in 09. Sophie B. Wright had a nice band.
I'm not listening to you. Go ahead. Say what you're saying.
I'm gonna behave, Robin. Okay.
Okay. So anyway, I remember they had a band from Memphis. I don't remember the name of the band, but they tried to blast Sophie B. Wright. I went over there and blew at them.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. It was either Oak Haven or Fairleigh. It was either Oak Haven or Fairleigh.
It was Fairleigh.
Yeah.
And I came over there because like I had that old school mindset. Me and Sophie B. Wright might be better, and this out of town band coming interfere. We both go tag team. That's the mindset it was. Like I might didn't like this band. I might don't like Carr. But if the out of town band come right there, it's bam, bam, bam. That's how it was. But Berger messed it up, Matt.
Yeah, well, see, because Bergen them, man, they all visiting people, all of this shit. We wanted to slit their throats when
Let
they
me tell
came.
you something. Because you
We wanted them
murderers.
to.
Listen.
We was
Because
going
you
for the
murderers.
jugular, crane kicking them.
Listen, y'all
Yeah,
were
we were.
already grown men. We graduated on time this era. Like now, we graduate when we're supposed to. So when you 25 and you a senior and you're excited for
Man,
Mardi Gras,
I
something is
like what
wrong with you.
Chalupa
You're
said.
crazy.
I like what Chalupa said.
Hey,
The quality.
I absolutely agree with what you.
Because Chalupa is telling the truth.
Chalupa telling
They
the truth.
old school. They're not gonna tell the truth.
I said that though. I said that the out of towns band now better than it was before. I said that.
Yeah.
So,
but well, we'll say that on another show because I think also the bandsmanship has digressed a bit in New Orleans as well. That helps them sound better.
Chalupa, man. For me, he's keeping that. He's holding New Orleans on his back, man. He's the only band that every other year that gave me some love, man.
Oh, all right.
That guy, he's the only band. I'm just saying. I'm speaking from out of town. I don't know what goes on in there.
Hey, you can't remiss Carver. Carver gave y'all some love. Carver gave
no,
I
said every year. I'm saying.
But this Carver first year, like this, an 18-month program that gave you some love this year.
But that's French though. French got a different mentality.
French got a different mentality.
French is about that. He like. I want it. They got good programs.
I got a lot of respect for that man because
absolutely.
I'm not here to be messy or nothing like that. But man, we've come down there year after year, and we sit in that parking lot, and my kids be disappointed. Like, man, I thought it was going to be more than this.
And then they put us in the back of the parade.
Yeah. So
you got to earn that spot in the front,
bro.
Hey, but you know what I asked Alan for the Bacchus? I said, man, hey, I understand the Bloody Sunday. I'm willing to come up and challenge for my spot. My band sit there for, you'd be there for 3 hours, and then we at the back of the parade.
Here, that Chalupa, you watching? Man, punish these people. Rollins, punish these people, man. They talking about challenging for spots and stuff.
Guess what?
Hey,
Pharrell, you can say all that, bro.
Hey,
I'm willing to challenge for my spot. I want to be.
They done came down here and flip coin. They done came down here and flip coin.
He laid back with it and let the
on the video right now.
It is a video on the internet of Will and DonShon flipping a coin because they wanted to take turns and battle our bands. It's on tape. Our band director saw it.
Bruh.
It is on tape.
You can add that
about before we battle.
Disappointed. Johnny, get your boys together.
Listen, this is the
man. They flipping coins. Come on, bro.
This is the era when Landry Walker used to hide. So I get it. I'll come to the parade late with a police escort. This is still coming to
good for that.
When they came to the parade late with a police escort, about 3 of them.
And Battle say no after they march.
Yeah, and then Blood say no when they marching on.
Hey, look.
Let me tell you
always late. That. So I can't say that was on purpose or not.
Let me tell y'all something. This story is about to be crazy. First of all, shout out to Wilbur Rollins. That's my dog. He's an Omega man. So that's my guy, man. I love the dude. So let me tell y'all this story. This past year, we came down there and we went to Landry Walker before we came to the parade.
It's LB Landry now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's LB Landry, bro. Put some respect on them people's names.
Man, fuck all y'all.
we was in the gym warming up. And I'm like, oh man, this is so cool, bro. This is a dream come true. This is beautiful. So I went in, I asked Will, like, hey man, where the band at? He's smoking a cigarette. He like, they on the bus. We waiting on y'all. So we get on the bus, we get the police escort, we followed them there, and we took some back way that I ain't never seen before, to where we were riding on the bank.
On the track.
Yeah. And then we crossed in, and he was like, yeah, y'all just follow me in. I don't know how this man did it. We walked in the back gate in that parking lot with them at that grocery store. And he said, and they was gone. I don't know where they went. I ain't never seen a full band completely disappear like that. And somebody told me it was there, but I don't know where they went.
Because that's what they do, disappear. They disappear and they run away.
Hey, look, I don't mean that in a disrespectful at all.
Oh no, I mean disrespectful. I know you don't.
Johnny, them people gonna punish you, bro.
Johnny is gonna talk his way to a battle with Landry, and he's not gonna do that. So let him do his thing. Let him do his thing.
Nah,
I want you to, Johnny.
Hey, bro,
All I'm saying was I was impressed because I've never seen that many people just
disappear
blown that fast. Like
me too.
Mine was blown.
I never saw that many people disappear like that too. But them,
okay, listen. This question for all y'all. This question for all y'all.
Mark Martin said he wanted to let you know that he said that you had the best band he saw in Mardi Gras this past season.
As Beaumont Central band director, Beaumont United band director, he said that you had the best band he heard all Mardi Gras.
He's who Hunter's playing?
Yeah.
Man, I humbly appreciate that, man. I truly do, man. Them kids work really, really hard. And I'm not gonna lie, man, coming to New Orleans, I gotta change my mentality up because I be tempted to try to beat New Orleans at New Orleans, and I can't do that. And
hell no, you can't do that shit.
Most powerful, I'm talking about intense playing schools. But when we come down there, people be like, "Oh, who is this sorry band? Are y'all playing soft? Like, what is this?" You know, we got to do us,
but
man.
That's the thing, y'all don't play soft to me. I think y'all play with control until it's time to open it up. That's
I think they tell a musical story. When Hunter's Lane play a song, they're playing a song. You get what I'm saying? Every song you hear, it has moments that allow you to be drawn in as a listener. You're not going to listen to Will Band as a band head, and you can't say that they're not giving you what you want to hear as a musician. You just can't say that. So to say that they playing soft or to play it, but I'm not even gonna say it's a different culture. I'm gonna just say it's just good teaching because that's what should be happening it's like, as a musician.
Our smaller bands,
even Southern now. Even Southern now is playing with more musicality and presenting what style is. That's what music is. That's what music is. Right now, the band, even Johnny got over on when he was playing with Carver. I gave it to Carver at first, but as the battle was going on, he started playing shit with runs and started utilizing the abilities that you get out of a classroom from teaching.
We're not about to Deonte. We're not doing this shit today. This was last week's show, and it did not end well.
Okay. Well, I'm just bringing up the point.
We're not doing that.
I'm bringing up the point.
Last week, Carver battle turned into a week long of Facebook posts. We ain't doing it this week. Sorry, Carver. Ed, we don't want no smoke.
You know what, man? One of these days, so y'all can understand what we saying, we're gonna let y'all come on a week-long field trip in the Remember When, and y'all gonna need counseling when y'all.
Yeah, after y'all
I got a question.
Some of these
post-traumatic stress.
I got a question.
Which question?
My question is, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take Will right on this. I humbly appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the respect that y'all have given us as directors. But my question is if we was in New Orleans with what y'all know about what we bring and what we have created, what type of band would we have there?
What y'all created?
Damn good bands.
Damn
good bands.
Oh yeah. It wouldn't matter.
Y'all would be on point.
I wouldn't say this to a lot of people, but it don't matter where y'all at.
Appreciate that.
This man put a band together in Nashville. Like, I'm not being funny.
This the thing. The only thing, if we just talking about straight music, y'all wouldn't have a problem. But another thing, and I'm not. New Orleans is different culturally, so putting up with some of the students and attitudes and parents. Yeah, I heard a dude say before that their parents at their school are really supportive. That's not always the case. One of the things when I was in school, band directors being able to put up with the hooliganism and dudes being covered in the things and the lifestyles of drug dealers.
Matt, what if I told you that the band directors that's on here now, we have those kids from our culture? That's why
most definitely
we get those kids in our program. Osborne, when I got to check, I played with Osborne, and you know, that it was the hood. That was 7 Mile and 7 Mile and Hoover. That's the bottom of the barrel. You get what I'm saying? DonShon being a little modest right now, but you know, what he does with Shaw, that's an after school program, man. He's been extra modest. I've been watching this guy before I became a teacher. And my first time seeing him, I was just like, where did he come from? And the first he said, man, this is what I do because I love the program. I love music. I do this for kids. You know what I'm saying? So we come from that, with that plight that you're speaking from. That's what we build from. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask y'all a question then?
Now I can say one thing. Hey, the one thing I was just about to say is when you asked them that question, when they come to New Orleans and when they succeed. These dudes from Detroit, like
all of them,
like Detroit, the mindset.
Yeah, I'm not from Detroit.
No, not Wilson, but Brooks is from Detroit and Kennedy is from Detroit. The mindset Detroit dudes got,
it's different. When we played up there, listen, man, I played a gig up there with a certain rapper, and dude's just like, man, hey, who you checked in with? I'm like, I didn't even know what that shit was. I'm like, it's like, dog, you straight, man. Like, we fuck with a couple of y'all after Katrina, but I'm gonna tell you like a man, next time y'all come in, man, y'all need to make sure y'all talk to the right people, man.
Listen, it's a no-name rapper named Deonte said about DonShon. This man is only the band director after school, bro. He's administrator during the day. He don't teach band during the day.
Yes, bro.
Y'all missed that, so I had to say that again.
He puts in mad work, bro.
Hey, and I'm gonna say something that a lot of people don't know, man. I'm not a music major neither, man. You know,
it's a gift, man.
I'm not a music major, man. I've been in music since '79, and you know, I've been an administrator since 2005, and our marching band has always been a program after school with the supplemental. So, you know, I get my kids after school. I can only have them in the summer for a couple of about a month and a half, and I have to get these kids who never played an instrument before, never know anything about band, period, let alone to get them ready for reading music, playing music, parade, competition, because we're a competition band first before we're a New Orleans band.
Oh, don't even tell them about that.
We got a track record of all our trophies. You know, we're a well-traveled group. You know, we do a lot of fundraisers. We ain't afraid to go in anybody's territory, anybody's city. You know, we're going to show up and show out, man. I mean, I'm saying it humbly. That's just what we do. You know, so that's a story that I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't know about.
DonShon,
question for y'all, man, for all three of y'all.
When I heard that about you, this man only doing band after school. That shit crazy.
That shit blew my mind, bro.
What keeps you three brothers with all y'all up against, man, with the kids, with this is listening to y'all talk, man, this is not a paycheck to y'all. Y'all love, what keeps y'all passionate about kids and teaching kids?
Where I am now.
Band saved my life.
Yeah,
same thing. My best friend,
everybody on here.
You know, I'm from a city that, you know, it was great, but it went hard times, and I'm trying to be a part of bringing that back. But one of my best friends, man, I went to college. He went to prison. You know what I mean? And a lot of cats, and I would have been right there with him. Either, you know, not here. So my thing is just my program was started off of a drum line, bringing kids off the street. Kids that everybody turned around. One of my best drummers, man, he was a guy that was shooting at a gas station on Friday nights. You know, just shooting a pistol, man. And I brought him in, showed him a drum, and this guy was in special ed classes making D's and F's. This guy had a 4.0 by the time he graduated with a scholarship to Alabama State. The only reason why he didn't go because he had a daughter. He had a kid. So that motivation alone, man, my drive is seeing kids come from no hope at all to hope, even from their parents, man, because a lot of my kids are teaching their parents how to, you know, succeed. You know, so that's my motivation and passion right there, man. I do it until God tell me otherwise. So right now I've been blessed because I've been following the steps as ordered, man.
Yeah. And you know what,
that's
man?
What's up. What about yourself, brother Brooks?
Mr. Wilson has been one of my mentors since I was a kid, man. When I was in school at Osborne, Shaw used to come to Detroit, and they were one of the few bands that used to come to Detroit. But as Deonte says, 7 Mile and Hoover, Osborne High School, that is a very, very rough place. Man, I was in the band. I love band. One day I was walking home from band practice with my homeboy. Somebody pulled up on us and tried to rob us. Man, this man tried to shoot me, like, in my face. And hold on. Damn. This brother right here, I just went to Detroit recently to celebrate his funeral. His name is Roger Jenkins. He just had a heart attack and passed away a couple weeks ago. Rest in peace, Raj. But he was with me, and when the guys were shooting at me, I can hear bullets ricocheting off of the houses. and he went one way, and he came back and grabbed my shirt and pulled me the direction that he was going. And he literally kept me from getting killed that night. And if it wasn't for my musical experiences and being able to get a scholarship and get out of Detroit, I could be dead and gone right now. Like literally. So for me to have that weight on me to know that God gave me an opportunity to say, no, your life is gonna go on. How dare me not return that favor and pour everything I got into these kids to make sure that I return that favor, because I owe God. I could have been gone, and he spared me and gave me that opportunity. So, you know, I know people love band, they like to talk smack and all that stuff. People don't understand this is a ministry. And if God gave me this opportunity to bless these kids, where would I be? You know, where would they be? So for me, it ain't no paycheck in the world. My first year at Hunter's Lane, we didn't get our paycheck until August 1st. I got my keys to the band room in April. So from April until August 1st, every single day, I was in there cleaning out cabinets. I was in there cleaning out instruments. I was trying to get in touch with kids that I knew of that may be interested in the program. I started off with 17 kids, and brick by brick, we built what we had, man.
And for me,
man, much respect to you, brother. Much respect.
For me, it's the exact same way. So, you know, y'all, I mean, personally, I'm a God-fearing man. It's been in my whole life. My grandmother put a trumpet in my hand when I was in the 5th grade. My grandmother passed away when I was 17. My mom, she didn't believe that I was go do the band. She was the one that would tell my friends to go home. When I graduated in high school, I lived with Will for 4 years in Tennessee at MTSU. You get what I'm saying? I didn't want to do band. I was living in the world. I was doing all types of stuff. You get what I'm saying? I spent my 21st birthday in jail, and things was just really bad for me. And I went home. I was about 22. Went in college, wasn't doing anything. And I knew band was the only thing that gave me substance. And my grandma was a very praying woman. You know, when I say praying, I can sit here and count the books of the Bible to you: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in my soul to be that way. And those experiences, especially the ones that I had when I was in jail, because I was trying to be a worldly kid, you know, God, he centered my soul to the point for me to realize that you have a greater calling upon your life. And I went back to Detroit, and I got an opportunity to work with Jeffrey Smith, who was Will band director. He wasn't my band director at Osborne. I had Kaz, the guy I worked with at Lane. And Jeff was like, man, work with my kids. And I worked with his middle school kids. And he said, man, you need to go to college. And I was going to go to Southern. That's where I was going to go. And Livingstone, the band director at Livingstone, said, man, you come here, I'll make you staff. And I had already been working with kids, so I was ready to get in the seat of being a band director. So I went to college at 22, and the struggle that he put me through, I was blessed to work with. Being in college at such an older age, everybody was 17 and 18. Being at a school that sucked and kids couldn't play, I went through so many different plights. You know what I'm saying? And I went through so many different trials and tribulations that I believe my path was building the strength to walk in the band room and show kids how to make it through all obstacles. So I can have that conversation with those kids who want to be in the world, who want to go, you know, hustle and grind. I can tell them about what it feels like to be when somebody say lights out, you know, in the room. I can have that conversation with those kids in the classroom now. That's how I'm able to get some of those bad kids. I can tell a kid that when the instrument is put in your hand, that these things, when we'll say it's a ministry, it is true. Because music, if you look at from the time it was started, from the medieval period all the way to the 21st century, from the Baroque period to the concert period, music was originally designed, and the church controlled it. You get what I'm saying? Like, they used to say it was secular. There were certain chords that you couldn't play because it created emotion. So to deny the fact that you aren't blessed with this gift that we have is almost blasphemy. You get what I'm saying? For me, and obviously for them, if we don't carry out this ministry, if we don't carry out this path, we will end up in a place that we can't be. We will end up doing things that we can't achieve because our path has already been set for us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I work so hard for it.
Man, you preaching, dog.
Okay,
and just like y'all, bro. In New Orleans,
I want to get this last question out to y'all. I want to get this last question out to y'all before we end the show. And I need all three of y'all to answer this one. We had a church. Now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. What band do you guys want to battle that you say, I want to see this band head up, me and them?
Walker.
What is that one band?
Landry. I want Landry.
And them, okay, Landry, okay.
And I want Car again. I want Chalupa with him knowing that I got a product.
How you think that went? How you think that battle went though? Really?
Oh, I won that battle. And we ain't even gonna talk about that.
Okay.
I disagree, but okay.
I'm not doing this
We're
again.
not doing that
I'm
today.
not doing this again.
Matt, that's why Matt quiet, because he watched it live. He seen it. I earned my dub. It's okay.
I'm not doing this with nobody.
That's absolutely not why I'm quiet. I'm quiet. I'm quiet because I've been told be hospitable.
Yeah.
And so I'm being hospitable. Hey man, you know what, man? I'm gonna be real with y'all. Before y'all answer that, I look forward to being home for Mardi Gras like next year, and like we could all chop it up and go have lunch or something, man. Like I look forward to seriously
Hey, we need
seriously
these other two to
fellowshipping
answer
with
this
y'all.
question. I got two more fellas that ain't answered this question. Who do y'all want to see? What band do y'all want to go face to face with and like put it on? Like this is who I want to do. This is who I want to deal with.
Appreciate that, Chalupa.
So here's my thing. I feel like every time we get our hands on a New Orleans band, with the exception of Carver, it's always a quickie, and we ain't a quickie type of band. Like
I want the fucking show. Yes.
I want to go around.
Yes.
I don't want you to come up to me when you're getting ready to get caught into the parade and you try to come sneak a quick song off and then you disappear and all of that stuff. I don't want all that. I want somebody that's going to sit there and
about?
with me. So with that, I'm not saying no name because I'm not here to be messy. I'm just speaking my truth. But with that being said, I will say this. My favorite New Orleans band right now is honestly Aid. Let me tell you why. They play with some technique and some style that other groups in the city are with. And when I listen to them, it sounds like it's closer matched up to what we do. So I feel like that would be more exciting.
Most definitely.
And they're not scared. They're not scared.
So when I hear
nobody.
somebody that sounds like they're closer to equally yoked with the style that we play, that's what I'm all about. Now it's gonna be a big. It's a big contrast if we get in front of somebody that's crank them and yank them. They can blow at us all day, and it's gonna be totally different. People gonna be like, New Orleans got a standard. If you ain't blowing, you ain't loud, they ain't trying to hear it. And that ain't our style. You know, we a finesse band. We come in there, we're gonna try to give you a little bit of everything. But I feel like Aid will give us the closest to what it is that we put out.
I think that's a misconception. The sound from New Orleans is culturally. Basically, we can put an elementary band down here together and it's gonna be sound. I think that we want to focus on sounding good. It just don't happen all the time. And I'm just honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we do want to focus on sounding good sometimes. The sound is just cultural. We breed musicians, so sound is gonna come regardless.
Dolan, yo, let me go about to go off on because y'all got
something. So we got brother DonShon left because he always come with the gems when he drop them. Right. He's sitting over there looking like Morpheus.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm gonna be honest, man. When I come to New Orleans, man, it's whoever, man. I don't have a particular band, man. I don't care, and you know I bring my kids down there that don't care. But I just want to say this real quick, man, if I can. When we talk about camaraderie with bands, man, you know, I see what I would like to change, if something can change through this, is that I never taught my bands to hate another band. I never taught my band to disrespect another band. But like any other sport, anything that's competitive, they shake hands at the end. And I don't see what's wrong with that, man. That after battle, let our kids mingle, because we all mingle. You know, whether parade or not, you know, I would like to see that more, man, to let our kids know that, hey, we came and I used to battle this guy. I used to battle Kentucky State band director Al Level when he was at River Rouge. And after every battle we would have, our bands, man, because we were cool. So our bands can shake hands afterwards, man. I would like to see that camaraderie kind of, you know, to let these the kids know. Because what I'm saying is a lot of my kids have went on to college, and because of what we did to that high school, and those kids end up becoming section leaders at that college, my kids end up can't take the heat because they would just try to destroy them because of what they band directed and prepared them for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real stuff. I know a lot of people talk about when we we battled Carver. But what a lot of people don't talk about is at the end, Abe and Carver played a song together, and Abe and Carver kids actually mingled a little before we went our separate ways. So that's true.
Well, to answer your question, D, to be honest with you,
Brother DonShon,
culturally, our bands never did that, and it wasn't never because they didn't like each other. New Orleans bands so competitive. After a battle, man, you were still in the moment. So a handshake wasn't on nobody's mind. Like going over and talking to nobody wasn't on nobody's mind. It's not.
But see, to me, that's the band director, man. Because I can be in a boxing ring and I can almost kill you, man. At the end, we hugging each other. Good fight. Hey, you knocked me out. What I'm saying is,
we can do that. We can do that now that we grown. But I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't like them dudes that went to them other schools. It was good that we got to blow at each other because I'd have to punch one of them in the face. Like I genuinely, a lot of times you went to your district school, so you didn't like the dudes from the other neighborhood, no way.
Fortune would not have shook nobody.
Yeah, y'all would have not survived.
You wouldn't have wanted to shake hands with them hoodlums.
Y'all wouldn't have wanted to shake Fortune's hand after no band battle. They probably would have.
Let me tell you guys where I learned hospitality.
To each his own, man.
Man, DonShon Wilson, that's my mentor, bro. Let me tell you, this dude will have you come into his battle of the bands and will blow your face off right after to take you inside and feed you the most amazing meal ever and hug you. Like, bro,
will you do the same thing?
I learned my hospitality from him. Same thing with Tay. Man, me and Tay sat in his office and ate barbecue and laughed. It was times during me and Tay battle where I would look back at him and I would just mouth words. And he knew that I didn't mean that personally. It was just we was going back and forth, and we used to do this stuff when we
I think
no, Johnny, it was different for y'all era. Y'all era was different.
Do that.
These kids today, they all cool with each other, even though they go to different schools. Back then, they had partners from different schools, but it was more serious back then. These kids today, be all cool with each other.
But being cool can make them better musicians, though.
It's certain.
I agree.
It's certain bands.
As a high school band director, man. These kids are going to be going to colleges and playing next to standing shoulder to shoulder to each other, man.
Why we separating
that? When you talk about, we talking about ministry. We in a position to really mold these kids to be something spectacular, man. We in the forefront of that. And if we let this continue to slip through the cracks and we don't give them everything that they need, I mean, you can't have these kids going in colleges and they still hating you because of what you did to them in 2009.
Hey, when we went to Atlanta,
it's not actual
we did that. We did that, and I met some people that I traveled in at Southern.
It's not actual hate with the kids from New Orleans.
It used to be.
I think it's a mentality. It used to be.
I'm not saying that to New Orleans. I'm speaking because we got a big audience right here. I'm saying in general, as band directors,
we most definitely need to get on that. Most definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not saying that it's a good thing either. I'm just acknowledging that this was the case. Let me say, to further y'all's point, it's so many dudes, like when we get in our band groups, like I never got to meet before we got grown, or we never got cool. And one thing that breaks my heart with a lot of these dudes, honestly, is I never got to meet them, man. We never got the fellowship. And I'm not even just talking about who went to college and whatever, man. I mean, some of these dudes in life ended up being cool dudes, man. If somebody in your band may do great resume writing, I'm gonna need a goddamn resume. I should be able to call you and be like, yeah, who can help me with this? I got a band student moving to your city. Can you push him in the right direction, man? You know anybody hiring? Him and his family moved. I'm 100% with y'all on that, man. It should be more fellowshipping. Because we all brothers.
Something else is humbling, man. Will Rollins, shout out to him, man. He know my kids by name. That's big for them, man. Will Rollins know he didn't follow some of my kids, and that guy, he can, when he bring us in and show us his hospitality at Landry B. Walker, when he feed us after that non-talk parade, man, he know my kids by name. And he called him. You know, so I mean, things like that goes a long way for a kid traveling from Ohio. That this infamous band director knows their name. So I mean, things like that, man. I mean, we have the power to change that, man.
See, we done went over our time. Is there any last things y'all fellas want to say before we head on out? We really enjoyed y'all coming on. This was an amazing show. I really appreciated it. The show went better than I ever could imagine. Like, it went good, better than I would have expected. I was scared at first, and I'm so happy it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go.
God in the works, man. Look, I just want to say,
Matt is a hoodlum and he calmed down today.
I was on my best behavior.
I'm so proud of you, man.
I was on my best behavior. It was several times I wanted to jump in and say some stuff, but I never said it. Salute to everybody. I never said none of that stuff though. So yeah, that need to be said when we have the production meeting.
About this show, me and Darrell are level-headed, and these old folks, they're not level-headed. They talk about us, but they will jump off the deep end. Johnny was quiet tonight. This is not like Johnny. Johnny and Matt usually going crazy on here at least every show. Me and Darrell are level-headed. You were chilling today. You were chilling today. Last
brother,
week,
all of y'all that are older will appreciate this. I'm an older dude, and like I got sons that's in college. My oldest go to my oldest son go to Texas A&M, and my middle son is at Kansas State at the moment. Man, I don't understand how these dudes think.
How old are you?
I'm 39, but my kids are 21 and 20. I started young.
Yeah.
I'm 50 years old, man. What you talking about?
Are you serious?
Johnny, he looked like you when you were 16.
I I graduated in 1988 from Shaw High School.
What?
You weren't listening in the beginning. I'm 50 years old. I turned 50 in May.
That man went to school with Moses. Y'all ain't hear that? Y'all crazy.
No, he graduated. Will graduated 88.
Yeah, Will did graduate in 88.
With everybody got a book in the Bible. Y'all ain't hear that?
Oh, I know the Genesis.
He went to school with all
them.
Oh,
that's it.
All right, Brooke. All right, Brooke.
Nah, man, but that's the thing though. We don't see life like them. To me, band was most serious to us. To me, sometimes I look at young bandsmen and they don't try hard enough. Or in my era of band and music, perfection was the goal. It wasn't okay if we played one note wrong, the whole damn song was wrong, and that standard is gone. So when they say that we go crazy or we hard on them, it's because of that. It's because Berger and them have single-handedly lowered the standard. They're
all just stuck in your way.
You're settled in your complacency. No, it's complacency.
The show, man.
Yeah, man.
We don't want to hear y'all tears. No old tears tonight. We got this. This man gotta go to bed. Mr. DonShon is already past his bedtime. That man didn't even take his nap because he came on this show. It's time for us to get off.
See, and y'all was defending